Mosaic Team 5. I almost always say Adventures in Albion. This is the Twitch channel, Albion RPG. Welcome to Mosaic Team 5, our STARFINDER campaign. I said that weird.
Starfinder.
Let me pull this out so you can see everybody else who's here.
Bring it back.
My name is Joe. I am the Game Master for this evening and most evenings. Joining me, I have Matt, Dan, Olive, and Ari. Carson is not with us tonight. He is in New York. Traitor. Will be rejoining us hopefully next week. A couple of announcements before we get started, just because it has been a week. If you tuned in last time, you were with us for Adventures in Albion, session 100, which tremendous achievement, running 100 sessions. Well, technically 116 sessions in a campaign.
Was it 16 before the campaign?
16 prior to the campaign starting, and then if you want to count one-shots, that's another like 20 sessions.
Wow.
It's a lot. So, you know.
A lot of good stuff.
A lot of good stuff. If you tuned in, thank you so much. Last Friday was session 100. A lot of secrets were spilled. Zeistrees, the Mind Flayer, finally reached out to the party directly. Dan's character, Oakfeld, met his patron, Melara. It was maybe.
She's a nice lady.
Also, AlbronRPG.com is our website. There's information about this campaign, Mosaic Team 5. It has all the players' headshots, has their character names, all that stuff. Also information about Adventures in Albion. Now uploaded as of yesterday, there's a new PDF version of the Dungeoneer's Guide to Dungeoning. It is at 104 pages now. It includes 26 brand new items that don't exist anywhere else. They are for your use in D&D 5 edition. You can use, there is information about Dominion, the continent that we have as a setting, all of the races, all of the classes, how they fit in, different organizations you could belong to, different quirks that you could use. It has holidays, calendars. I think it only has about 1,000 plus years of history in it.
Only about.
Dominion's
only
the
about the amount of real life history that we have.
Dominion is a Dominion is a very, very young continent, so there isn't as much information about Dominion, but there's a lot of it, 104 pages of it. So check that out. It will always be available for free, AlbronRPG.com. It is underneath the tab that says The World of Albion. Your support through bits and subscriptions really help make all of this possible. We actually have a permanent playing space that we use now, which is phenomenal. You guys helped afford a lot of gear that would not be, it'd be much slower otherwise. So, Adventures in Albion was always a campaign that was very much about a story-driven campaign. I didn't want anybody to affect it in any way. Very guarded about that.
And then Gunter came along.
And then Gunter came along and fucked it all up. It's because I'm so used to things being ruined, I decided that for Mosaic Team 5, I was going to invite viewers to join in and be able to influence the story in certain ways. So, over the course of this session, you can contribute bits to affect the game. This is new, starting this week. I'll let you know what the awards are. I'll remind people about the bits after this, but this is the rewards. We'll do this for a couple weeks. 250 bits donated will dispatch a Mosaic repair ship to help the crew if they get stranded in space. It can also dispatch a resupply ship, which can resupply ammunition, fuel, general supplies. That's limited to once per bounty. So when this has been redeemed, we'll cross it off, won't be usable again. 500 bits will dispatch an emergency special shipment that will arrive rapidly, i.e. in the same session. This will be a piece of technology, equipment, or other inorganic supply that will be helpful in the moment. That is also limited to one per bounty. 1,000 bits, that's 10 real-world dollars. We'll have Mosaic dispatch an intern from the company's reboot program for people taking second careers. They will leave at the end of the session, one per session, and you may request a previous intern, assuming that they have not graduated or died.
Useful stuff.
Yeah, useful. 3,000 bits will go towards immediately purchasing the cast pizza.
Woo!
Yeah,
Do that one.
Pizza.
I'm starving.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. You could get it delivered. We can have that. Mosaic LLC will also dispatch a special meal to the crew in game. Any amount over that amount will contribute to more food in that session. If you are incredibly generous, you want to donate 5,000 bits, which is 50 real-world dollars. You're going to enable Mosaic to dispatch a specialist to help the group out for the remainder of the bounty, or until the specialist is slain, captured, killed. They'll arrive during the game session, including during combat. This is like a drop pod specialist who will come in. They're pre-designed for each bounty to be specifically helpful. So they will come with a skill set, maybe some items that will be helpful to you in that bounty. So again, if you feel like you really want to grab Mosaic Team 5, the storyline by the throat, $50 can let you do that. And the final announcement that I have for this evening, we use Sirenscape for all of our digital sounds stuff for music, like this little Western ditty that's been playing in the
got really
background.
loud, yeah.
That's because I raised
Yeah.
it up so that they can hear it. Jeez.
We were all like, wow, it's really loud.
We're professional. So Sirenscape, a lot of digital sound effects, music. You can make, they have all kinds of cool little one-shot sounds. So if you want to make a goblin make like a peen noise, you can have that. Yeah, they have all different kinds of things. I actually don't have any one-shots loaded up right now,
You don't?
which is uncommon. Oh no, I do. I definitely do. So I could even show you for Mosaic, but I'll do that a little bit later because it's part of our entire experience. So with that, I can run us back into our recap. Give me just one moment. Okay.
We've been ambushed.
By whom?
I don't know, some guy.
The guy who's what was his name? Oh man.
Oh,
it
I
was,
have it written
Peter Agnew.
Yeah, Abaduba.
We don't know if it's Peter Agnew though.
We don't know, but it's
Iguan, yeah.
Iguan.
Iguan.
Black
gamer,
Taco
the gamer.
XS.
Yeah.
Black
Taco
Taco
XS.
gamer. He's a gamer.
Yes.
Which totally makes sense for him to have like
He has a
booby
wifey
trapped
pillow.
his yeah, that's true.
Yeah, his body pillow.
His body.
That's the
pillow.
one part I remember. I don't remember anything else.
I like how that's the part that.
That's actually
But
the
I'm like,
thing that's
whom?
worth 10,000
Yeah.
credits is the body pillow.
There we go.
That's our theme song. Okay, so
Anubis Dynamics.
is that the whole recap? You're gonna read it.
Yes.
Last time we
I'm
played Anubis Dynamics. Roll for
Period.
initiative.
We did it.
Last time we played Mosaic Team 5. Peep reached out to you as you raced away from the imploding way station El Paso, the walls caving in on themselves as the nanite bomb released by the Cygnus bandit consumed the space station from within. You informed Peep that you were safe. Spice tried to spin the new ship as an improvement to the old one, now lost to the nanites that consumed the space station it was docked with. You were relatively unsuccessful in that, Spice, as Peep began to have a little bit of a panic attack. But after Shade calmed Peep down, you all explained, mostly honestly, what occurred. Peep wasn't sure how the law would take this, as it is a pretty complicated situation and you did destroy a space station. But he told you that he did have a new bounty, and especially now, seeing as how you could, in theory, end up in prison or never getting a job again, it's a good time to jump on it.
The bounty hunters would become the bounty.
So, he told you to take off, especially as this was a job delivered from the Jacinto Corporation, the largest corporation representing humanity in the galaxy. An in with this company is akin to, this is just one of the biggest ins you could get as a bounty hunter, so very important for you to complete this job. You guys immediately lurched into drift space, making your own sound effects, and entered the drift.
Sirenscape can't do that.
I'm sure there's like a fart noise.
There
for
is.
Sirenscape.
Shade, you, an expert pilot, decided that you would chart your way through the drift and succeeded in making it the longest possible trip, 6 days. Over the 6-day time, Gibbs, you claim the crew quarters for your own, spreading your own special brand of surface stuff across the majority of this place. Gunk, bugs,
Gibbs is gunk.
all kinds of things
Sticky,
just
icky.
clinging to the space, creating a filthy environment where most other people needed to sleep, eat, and shower. However, once you were able to have a couple conversations with people, you were able to move on from that. We'll get there. Bubs, you dragged a clean mattress to the polished steel armory and chose to set up a room for yourself there. Spice, Shade, and the Farron that you learned was named Thaddeus all decided that you would chain smoke in the cockpit. You tried to have some
Can't
form
breathe.
of a conversation, but eventually mostly smoked yourselves out. You did immediately realize you had brought no food in this journey to the drift, having left very, very abruptly. Gibbs, with acute senses, you found Thaddeus eating these little pucks of almost like beef jerky, and you managed to make a friend, procuring a little bit for yourself. You tucked it into your cheek pouch for later. You all eventually were able to find a little bit of food stashed in the smuggler's bay below. Gibbs, you immediately spit your puck out in amongst the rest. Your saliva and gunk kind of drifting it between the packages.
Sharing, guys. Have you ever heard of sharing?
Yeah. Over the next couple days, you all got to know each other better. Spice, you took the initiative to seek out Gibbs and apologize for abandoning them in favor of a corpse. Rather dragging this lady who you had just met away instead of your teammate. Gibbs, you're able to
Good
look
looks.
beyond that. After a little bit of time and feeling better about your position within the crew, you hand wash the crew quarters, being careful not to use magic for this task, which everybody did notice and seemed to appreciate. You arrived in system and tapped into the transponder, logging the ships that came in from the only satellite that exists. This sort of almost like a banner that told people not to poach on this, what is called, Tea Garden B. This is a conservatory planet where the ultravaptors are known to make their home, these massive birds. Logging the transponder, you were able to find the crash site of Bill Black's ship, also known Peter Iguana, Taco Black XX, a variety of different aliases, and you moved closer on foot to investigate. You all found a body strapped into the ship, but upon further investigation, it was a charred decoy meant to throw you off the trail. You did see a Jacinto crate just in the middle of this space, but deciding that this seemed awfully like a trap, you carefully investigated and were able to disable, or at the very least determine that was a bomb and not set it off. You tracked further north, following the footsteps, with Vesson befriending a small local primate that was a flying squirrel-like creature along the way. This creature helped you notice a camera. After Gibbs disabled it, you followed tracks to a clearing and found a Jacinto Corporation branded survival shelter. Warily you approached, with some of you rifling through the shelter immediately for clues, others kind of taking a periphery onto the tree line, keeping watch, although not terribly well. Gibbs, within, you located Project Cuttlefish, the prototype hull application that you were all after, worth 10,000 credits. But suddenly, powerful fans begin to throw the insects in the trees into a frenzy as two drones on opposite sides of this clearing begin to take off from the ground. You can see, I'll put us into our combat camera now. We have a whole thing.
All right.
Yeah, look at that. So we have a brand new combat camera that's overhead. I hope you can see well enough. It will become a more zoomed in view eventually once we get it a little bit better situated. But for now, it is no longer in the way, and you can see stuff from overhead. So, what I will say, currently you can see this gentleman is over here on the right side.
This guy?
I think closest to Shade, maybe?
I'm over here.
You're over there.
Closest
Shade, you're
to
the person that can
Spice.
currently see him. You were the person keeping check, and your not very good roll was just enough to see him first. So you are the first person. You're hearing this on both sides of the clearing and turning. You see an individual. Give me 1 second here. Okay. You see this humanoid wearing what looks like a silver spacesuit, although the helmet's been removed. You see the collar place where a helmet would clip in. He has gadgets and all kinds of survival gear. You can see a flashlight, a flare gun, a couple other things across. The thing that he's holding seems to be some kind of a remote control. You are probably about 25 feet away, and with the fans and the insects, hard to hear, but you see him mouth something. What are you doing, Shade? You're the only person that sees him right now.
I think I'm gonna try to sneak up behind him to get a better position.
So he's looking at you.
Oh, he's looking at
He's
me?
moving this controller, and he's smiling. So what do you want to do?
Oh,
you kind of are
shit.
the person that can see this happening.
Oh shit. I guess I'm gonna get ready to engage this guy with my combat tracking.
Alrighty, so then I need everybody to go ahead and roll for initiative, because we're just going to get stuck right into this then.
Right off of that.
Oh, yeah.
6.
Alright, give me 1 second.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Wow.
19 on the dice plus a 1.
I mean, hey.
Alright, anybody natural 20? Alrighty. 25 to 20?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 for Gibbs. Alright. Anybody 20 to 15?
16.
16 for Shade, alrighty. 15 to 10?
Spice. Well, Spice got 12.
Okay. What about you, Dan?
6.
Alrighty. Bubs
Get the
is bringing up
character
the
here.
rear.
Joe.
Yes.
More sass
Before we
Yeah,
start
right?
combat.
Jeez.
Yes.
I
More
feel like
smoking.
you are the
Yep.
type of person who would know what to do in a situation where I don't have the thing for this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes.
What you're talking about.
Yes.
Knew it. That's
Sorry
why
for
you're.
that fumble.
That's why you're the GM.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way.
Ooh.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. St. Patrick's, not a sponsor.
He's been dead a long
Fuck
time.
that guy.
We're with the snakes.
Yeah, we're definitely pro snake at this table. All right, so Bill is going to be leading it off, followed by the drones, followed by Gibbs, Shade, Spice,
Wait, his name is Bill?
and then Bubs.
Yeah.
He has several
Bill
aliases.
Black.
I chose to go
He
by
has
Bill
so
Black
many.
because
Oh,
it's the easiest.
I was going with Peter Guanda.
Yeah, I
That is-
didn't-
that
Yeah,
is
I go
his
Peter
birthday.
I
Black.
like
That is his
eggs,
legal
eggs,
name.
Black.
chocolate black
Okay.
eggs.
So
Oh.
we can call him Peter. Peter is going
Petey.
first.
Petey.
Petey is going first. Give me just 1 second.
Petey plus
Let me get this all
drones.
set up. Yeah, they roll the same thing, even though their modifiers are different, which is awesome. I love when that happens. All right, I'm gonna make this our theme song a little louder because this is like our Cowboy Bebop style fight music. Okay. So you can see this individual. There are things about him as you look at him, Shade, kind of reacting with this control that seems very familiar. There are elements to him that are very familiar to you. You can see similar gear. There are similarities that you share. This Jacinto drone. Okay.
There's one
So,
here and one there.
the drone that's on the ground is flying. The base just broke.
Yeah.
If you could take the drone that is on the ground and move it right next to where that plant is.
This one?
Yep, the one that's pointing at right there. Perfect. That one's coming towards you, Shade. The other one is just going to pivot slightly. Move it to the right 2 squares, please. So that one drifts off to the side, kind of just keeping the doorway. It looks like it's probably going to actually have to shoot through cover, but we'll get there when we get there. These things immediately move. Shade, as you kind of like begin to start your targeting, this thing tilts forward slightly and rushes forwards. You would guess it moves close to 90 miles an hour
Oh,
at its
damn.
max, but it's suddenly very, very close to you. It stops the thing, the fan's just turning the reverse. You see and feel the wind hit you in the face, pebbles strike, and then all of a sudden you hear the sound of barrels spinning up.
Oh
Give
boy.
me 1 moment here.
I need to go ahead and get some
All right. Suddenly, oh, that's a natural 20. Let me
Oh,
confirm on the
boy.
crit. Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Can we
Okay.
explain how confirming a crit works in
Yeah.
this
Do
game?
you
Because
want-
we've never done it before. No, I have no idea.
So when you have a
explain.
crit, different than 5e perhaps. A crit here, you roll a natural 20, and then you need to roll to confirm it. It depends on, I think, the damage that you do. All I know is it was back-to-back natural 20, so I'm not going to look it up. That's definitely a crit.
Okay, great.
Oh, wow.
We'll look it up next time.
Yeah, and I'll talk through it when we're not in combat. So you are going to take a bunch of damage, and I apologize for this.
Right off the bat.
Okay, so the first thing that happens as this thing rushes towards you, you hear the barrels begin to rise up, and then suddenly lasers begin riddling the ground in front of you, and you watch as they're traced up towards you, and then begin to strike. That is going to be 4 points of fire damage, doubled to 8. Additionally, on a critical, so another difference about this, on a critical, things can happen.
Stamina first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you take your stamina away first, and this is, yeah. So that's an important thing. The other thing is you are now, because it is a critical, taking a burn.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So as this happens, as this thing, it really is just a chain laser. The barrel begins to spin and just peppers the ground leading up to you, and then strikes you in the leg as you turn and try to flee. Additionally, you are taking another point of fire damage.
So that's 14 total?
Uh,
Or is it 13?
14 total, yes.
14 total.
Finally, for burning, you're taking 1d4 fire damage every round until you're extinguished. That's what ends the condition, just as a heads up.
How do I extinguish it? Do
So-
I need a fire extinguisher, or can I like roll on the ground?
You can roll on the ground. Yeah, absolutely. So that is that drone. The other drone turns, and it's going to shoot. So technically, it's shooting at Spice through the wall. So Spice, you're adding full cover AC, which means you are adding.
This is to
Or sorry, it's improved cover. So you are adding 8 to your AC. So whatever your AC is, you're adding 8 to that. Oh my god.
You critted?
No, I rolled a 19. It was close.
Oh,
Okay.
Well,
God.
That is a
what?
26 to hit.
Okay.
Are we about to get-
EAC or KAC?
EAC. This is an energy
Oh
weapon.
yeah, you do hit.
Okay.
I thought I was
So
gonna
as
make
this
it and I
drone
didn't.
kind of flies to the side, it sees you through the door, the target locks on you, and you think for a second you're safe, and all of a sudden above you, you can see these lasers shoot through, points of light beginning to emerge, the hot metal ricocheting into the chamber. Everybody in there, like ducks, hits the ground, and there's like little bits of metal hitting everything. You said that hits you?
Yeah, unfortunately, I thought I had a good.
Not as
attack.
much. Ooh, you take 9 points of fire damage.
Okay.
This thing, it hits, you see like the whole slow motion coming towards you. You try to turn and you feel one of these lasers suddenly pass through your torso. Singes, kind of burning, sealing on the way out, but hurts bad.
Yeah.
That is their turn.
Are we gonna survive this?
That
Oh.
Doesn't
brings
look
us-
like it right now.
To be fair, that was a crit and max damage back to back. That's a lot.
Okay, I was gonna say,
That
like,
is
I
their
am
turn.
down
That
to
brings
hit
us
points
to-
already.
Gibbs, suddenly on top of like where you are, lasers all over top. You have to kind of duck down, feeling metal hit you. What do you want to do?
I look at the thing in front of me, which is much like bigger than I am, much too big for me to carry or do anything about, and I see Spice taking that laser to her face. Where on the map is the Farron, by the way, Thaddeus?
The fair. Oh, right. That's where that other guy was. Could you stick Thaddeus?
I'd love to stick him somewhere.
You can put him in the container with you, actually.
Great. Well, I push past all of them,
Okay.
moving through allies.
Yep.
And I'm gonna go out the door and sort of assess the situation, figure out where I am in the world, see the guy, and I pull, like, rear my head back, hands on the ground as I skitter around that corner through my allies, and I just straight hockaloogie straight at this guy, hitting him, and I'm gonna cast Wisp Ally.
Amazing. Okay. Is that a reflex save?
Nope, no saves. Saving
Oh.
throws none. Spell resistance none. It's gonna last 2 rounds because I'm level 2.
Okay.
I've got a distance of 30 feet, and I do something called Harrying Fire, where this loogie becomes like a swarming, ghostly thing around him, and it attaches to him, giving the next of my allies to attack him a +2 circumstance bonus to their next attack, as long as that attack occurs before my next turn.
Phenomenal.
To him. So he's now like a little more susceptible because the loogie is like pestering him.
Do me a super big favor. Try to remember that because
Yeah.
I probably won't, and I don't have Path or Starfinder condition markers yet.
Yes.
But
Well, what's nice is it's
2
the
rounds?
next turn and then the next turn after me. So it really
Yes.
will only impact Shade each time.
yeah.
Mm.
So
So I need to shoot at him.
you would be good.
Or whomever's like it just has to happen before my next turn.
I
for
guess
it to
I
be
can
It's
effective.
take a
anybody
burn.
really can.
Yeah.
So the thing that you want to, so what
I could
what's
probably
happens
get to
here?
him with a charge.
You see lasers carve holes out over you, and immediately you drop to the ground. Your limbs already scrabbling and trying to move. Like these little bits of metal being tossed out from under you. It's almost like a car spinning out. Then suddenly you find traction and tear out through Thaddeus's leg, like it's almost knocked out from under him, and he's just wait, and you right out the door. You come out, you can see one robot moving, you hear another behind you, but you just see this guy with the controller. You, from your perspective, see all of a sudden this crazed Gibbs like slide out, like scampering and stopping, and you hear over the fan this before this little loogie comes flying out. And it seems to expand and grow in the air before hucking onto this guy's chest. The
Gross.
controller that he's holding completely like enmeshed in it. It's on his hands, and you can see the whole thing just starting to over his shoulder. You can hear him just going, "Hey, what the fuck?" And he's just trying to like pull this stuff away.
Ew.
But yeah, fantastic. He is harried.
Nice.
Anything else, Gibbs? Anything
That
else,
was a
Gibbs?
standard action.
So you've moved and you've used a standard action.
Let me check it really quick. I don't think I have a bonus action to do.
Swift.
Nope,
action.
I don't have a swift action.
No worries.
So I will try and just get small behind the tree, but no, I don't really have an action or movement to do that, but
Yeah.
just sort of like be like, oh man, I just spat at this guy, like,
So just, and then you see him just be like, "Ah," and he's like looking around. You're like, "Oh."
yeah.
You just duck behind a tree a little bit. Fantastic. Shade, you're up. Spice, you're on deck.
Okay, so I want to get out of the way here and get some cover behind this rock.
Okay. So seeing all this happen, you get hit and you find cover just instinctively trying to get out of harm's way.
And I think I have a line of sight on him still from here on this rock, like from this point to go for that
Yeah,
guy.
you do.
So I'm gonna shoot him with my laser pistol.
Go ahead. That's against his EAC.
And you get a plus
And I
2
get a
bonus.
+2, and I have my base attack as +2 because it's my level because of my.
Yep. Starfinder, lots of modifiers. That's something that you're going to have to start keeping track of. Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna buy a calculator.
Oof, that is rough. That's a natural 1,
Nice.
Oof.
and then
Oof.
that makes it with all the modifiers. I believe that makes it a 10.
So funny enough, that almost hits. However, a natural 1 misses.
Yeah.
So as you kind of pull your gun around, you've already been hit. You see the rock. You like slide in behind the rock, kind of tripping a little bit, and then you pull, trying to stabilize your laser. All of a sudden, this loogie right by you, and you have to kind of pull back, and that throws your shot just a little wide. By a little, I mean a lot.
Okay.
The kickback of that, combined with the motion of you sliding, the gun just right out and at your feet.
Bummer.
You have to pick up
Okay.
your gun.
Then I guess as a swift action, can I drop prone
You certainly can.
and try to like give myself even more cover while I'm going to grab my gun on
Sure.
the next turn?
So you drop the gun, and the loogie is already kind of moving, and you're like, shit. You throw yourself down, looking fantastic.
Do you
And-
stop, drop, and roll?
Can I roll as a free action now?
No, you
or-
can't roll as
a
Yeah,
free
I figured
action.
I would have
Sorry.
to use my action to
So-
put it out. But I needed to shoot.
Right. Well, you didn't need to.
Well, I wanted
and you
to
shouldn't
shoot.
have because you got an at 1.
take
And I'm
2
probably gonna
points of
burn
fire
now.
damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn. to
As
death.
you land on the ground, the flame for a second just kind of goes out, and then you feel it like around the side of your body.
My
Um,
metal.
Still very much burning.
My metal.
Spice, you are up. Bubs, you are on deck.
I'm
So the prototype is in front of me, right?
The prototype is in front of you. All of a sudden, like lasers firing over you. You get hit. Gibbs like scampers out. You can see the Farron slowly turning. He's the slowest out of everybody. What do you want to do?
I want to pick up this prototype, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. So, question: do you want to
Yes.
pick up the massive metal crate that it's in, or the
Oh.
very large prototype?
Oh, is it gigantic? I forget
It's
the size.
large enough so that you can put it on the entire ship. So it's
It's
like,
like a foot locker, right?
yeah, it's roughly the size of a foot locker.
Like this
You
table.
definitely can carry it. It's just going to be heavy. This is you trying to carry like a very large chair through combat.
So I want to do it.
Go for it. Okay, make an athletics check.
Okay. Ooh, natural 19.
Okay.
Let's see.
I think
Plus.
is it athletics or acrobatics? I can't remember.
It would be athletics because acrobatics is dex and
But we
athletics
have
is strength.
athletics, right?
We do.
Okay, I'm just trying to keep
Yes.
all the skills straight. Learn in
24.
Starfinder. 24. 24 against EAC or Kate or second year?
Against?
Okay, sorry, I forgot what you were doing for a second.
Yeah.
So you bend down.
I got no lasers. I didn't shoot.
You see this huge. It's like a dark sphere that kind of comes up to a little bit of a point, and you can see an area that looks like maybe a nozzle. Unclear of how to apply it, but you kind of scoop your arms around it and just bend with your knees and not your back. You lift this thing up. You have to like take a
Nice.
step back. But yeah, so then all of a sudden you just feel like, and you look kind of outside. You can see shade on fire on the ground, but you have this prototype. What do you want to do? That's your
I'm
action.
gonna move as quickly as I can towards our ship.
Okay. So with that in mind, you stand out and you're going to be heading in Matt's direction of the board.
How much is your movement?
Um,
Probably 30 feet.
30 feet is what I
that
would
seems
guess.
right. Yeah, 30 feet.
So with this thing wobbling in your hands, bleeding out of your back, you're just like moving with this, and it's heavy, but you're lugging it along.
Yep.
Spice, look at Spice with a mission in mind.
I imagine this thing looks like a giant turkey baster, the way you
Yeah,
described
very
it.
much. It's
yeah.
like a turkey baster, but instead of a circle at the bottom, it's kind of squared, so it can be rested. It's like a little bit of a
On
pyramid
like a
kind of
Gatling
shape.
gun sort of mount.
Yes, very much like a Gatling gun mount. Absolutely, that's a great way of putting it.
Yeah, I know what a turkey baster is. I don't know what a Gatling gun mount
Yeah.
Well, Gatling gun.
I don't
is
know.
Bubs,
I don't
what would
do
you like to do?
guns.
You can see from your perspective,
Automatic
all of a sudden
gun.
Spice comes wobbling out with this massive thing.
Which I learned about from Aroni Kenshin.
Great show.
Not a sponsor.
I am
Not a
cosplaying
sponsor.
that at a convention
Oh.
later next month.
I think I'm I'm going to get as close to that flying machine as I can.
Okay. You're moving 30?
I can do 40 if I do a full movement.
That's 40 if you're in the bush.
Wait,
Would I
you're
be
going
able
after the drone?
That
Yeah.
drone, right?
Oh.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, oh, sorry, 40. Oh, wait, no, I counted the square you were on. I'm sorry, so I was right. There you go.
Would I be in reach to attack him?
How close are you?
Kitty corner?
Yeah, it's like
It's like in that
diagonals.
bush.
Okay, so if I can reach him, if I do 40 feet, I can do a charge attack.
Is your reach 5 feet?
I believe so.
Then you won't be able to reach him, unfortunately.
What if you go this way?
I think you can just end up
Can
on
you
the
go
other
through
Can I
side.
go through the building?
There's only one door, so you
Yeah.
can't go
Oh,
through
That's why I went
it's
around,
not
sorry.
on this side. Oh, okay. I thought it was on this side. Was the
No, they don't make a lot of sci-fi walls. It's like tough to find. I'm still looking. If you know, cast at RPG.com. Yeah, send us an email.
Or if you want to donate.
We have an email?
Yeah.
I have an email!
If you want to talk to the
Hi.
cast, send it to
Welcome
cast
to
at
the
RPG.com.
21st century.
Yeah, if you want to talk to the cast who didn't know about this email address.
Anyways,
It
Buffs.
seems like we're actually. If I can't hit this guy, I think we're running away. I'm not sure.
I mean,
You could throw something at him, right?
What are you doing?
I'm gonna free action just. Yeah, what's the plan here, guys?
Okay. So are you gonna hold the rest of your turn? Because that is something that you can do in Starfinders. You can hold your turn if you want.
And then
With a
Without an
hold, can
action.
you come in
only-
at
the
any
only-
time?
Yes. However, it has to be on that turn. The only other person in this initiative is the Farron. So if you want, you could hold for another
single turn.
Sure.
Okay. Might as well, and then you could always just end
Yeah.
your
You
turn.
could
Let's do
also
the
could he also ready an action if that
Yeah,
thing
you can
moves?
absolutely ready an
yeah,
action,
So
yeah.
you could ready your action to attack it if it gets closer.
Okay, I'll do that.
Fantastic. So you ready in action? Let me just write that down. It is the Farron's turn. Seeing as how Spice just picked up this thing and ran, he's going to follow Spice. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's where he can go. And then he's going to turn and just take a really bad shot with his needle pistol at that drone, trying to give you some cover. So he sees you
Awesome.
running. He's running behind you, and he goes, "I got you. Just keep going." You see him turn.
Yeah,
Thanks, my man.
This shot just goes wide in
Damn.
the air. He rolls a total of 4. So not
Useless.
really. You can just hear "Tew, tew, tew" as he tries to hold him off, just suppressing fire. That is the Farron. That brings us to the top of the round. This is going to be Bill Black. So seeing things not go exactly as he would like them to now, where is he?
right here.
He is going to take a couple steps towards you, give just 10 feet. And you see him pull out from beneath the jacket, between the jacket and the spacesuit. This is like an old style revolver. You can see 6 barrels, long kind of, six barrels, a long, I don't even know how to talk about guns. Guys, I just ran an 8-hour class.
Muzzle.
I've
The
been talking
muzzle.
a lot.
It's the muzzle. I don't know much about guns, but I think
isn't
it's
it the
muzzle.
barrel?
I think
the
that's
barrel,
the barrel.
The muzzle is the tip.
Let us
Oh.
know in chat. Either way,
Yeah, all
long,
you
long.
gun shit.
Yeah, all the people who love guns.
He's going to go ahead and take a shot at you with that. That is going to be a 23 to hit.
Is it? It doesn't really matter. I don't need to ask.
Go ahead.
It definitely hits
Yeah.
for sure.
Guess that
This is
hits.
against your kinetic AC.
Yeah, it definitely hits.
Okay.
I'm not a very armored lady.
That is unfortunate. So as this happens, there is a
none of
loud
us-
None of us.
bang.
Yeah.
Particularly
None of us are made for combat here.
You take 6 piercing damage, and it is not a critical, so that doesn't matter. That is their turn. That brings us to the drones. The first drone's going to take shots
No.
at you. Actually, you know what? The drone that is closest to you, can you move up to 80 feet? to try
No.
and get in front of Spice?
No.
80 would be right here.
Perfect. Great.
Right behind me.
So that gets right on the other side of you, and then the other drone,
take it down.
if you could move to the other side, it's gonna move. No, it's not gonna move. Up's right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all for movement. Then these Jacinto drones that are going to open fire. This tactical roto laser spins up. One at Shade. Shade, you are on the ground.
Oh no!
Is there cover that?
So so technically,
Oh,
because
yeah.
you are
Ugh.
you're flat. No, that's good.
Yeah.
So range against you laying down.
That's
good
what
for
I-
you.
that's why I
Melee
thought.
against you laying down.
Right.
Bad for you.
But that's what I kind of figured. If I was down on the ground, I would be more protected from the gunfire.
Okay, so you're getting +2 to your AC.
Oh,
This is
nice.
going to be a 13 to hit.
Do we
Is
get a
that
+2
kinetic or-
circumstance
This is,
bonus also?
energy.
That misses.
No.
This what has what is
No,
the
it's only if
circumstance?
you. So I have two things. It's only if you attack him.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That is a miss.
A miss. So as this
Thankfully,
spins up,
'cause I would be dead.
you just kind of like tuck and roll to the side, trying to put the fire out, but also dodging the lasers. The second one is
Like
going to go
Catherine
ahead. It
Zeta-Jones.
can't fire because it moved all the way, so that's its turn. That is their turn. That brings us to Gibbs, followed by Shade. Gibbs, what do you want to do? You see
Channeling my intelligence because I am smart, not strong.
these- Sure.
I know that he's got like a remote control doohickey to control the drones,
You
right?
certainly do.
I'm going to. I don't know if I get my own bonus to my Wisp ally, but I'm going to
You should.
the next ally that. Of course, I paraphrase my spell, so like,
I know.
look at
I
me
knew that
go.
too.
What spell is it? It's harried.
It's Wisp ally is the spell itself, and my Wisp is just a loogie.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Not
Each
just a
round on
loogie.
your turn.
It's an
We're
allied
learning
loogie.
Starfinder. Apologies. All right, so Wisp.
And I
ally.
chose harrying fire, not covering fire.
Mhm.
Harrying fire.
+2.
But is it the next ally, or can I be my own
No,
ally?
so it says ally.
Okay.
So specifically no.
Perfect. Cool. Then I did write the spell correctly.
Nice.
But gosh darn, I wish I hadn't.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I will, knowing that he's got, like, I saw that GameCube console. Like, it's less than 5 pounds, so I will, like, kinetically pull it towards me
Mhm.
and fling it at him.
Nice.
Okay.
Because I know it might hurt his feelings.
Fuck
so
your
normally is
GameCube.
this an attack roll?
Yes.
Okay.
Ranged attack against his KAC.
You see this tiny little object. What is this specifically that you're throwing?
The GameCube box that you described
Okay,
in the
okay,
stuff
okay,
that
okay.
I like pulled out of his bag and like flung
Absolutely.
around his
I
tent.
You didn't
love
choose
it.
a waifu pillow.
Okay.
That
In that
That is
process, I like
sacred.
shoved a
Don't
bunch of
fuck with the
rations
one
in my,
you
That's
in my
why you
vest.
guys get his
Make an
attention.
attack roll. What you're really the
Don't
hardest
move or
part
she
of
gets
this
it.
is grabbing that telekinetically. It's a relatively small thing.
Well, I mean, then could I pick a rock or something?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's roughly the same other way.
Oh, okay.
Hitting them with it is gonna be so. Yeah, make your attack roll.
Okay.
That's what I would have chose.
Oh, I add my spell.
Pillow wouldn't necessarily be the best thing to hit him with, though.
It'd be funny.
Yeah.
It'd be funny.
Yeah,
Let's-
make for good
let's-
roleplay.
Pillow
yeah,
fight.
emotional damage.
Yeah.
That
Getting
should
hit
be a
by your
thing, is
waifu
emotional
body
damage.
pillow.
What?
Getting hit by your waifu body pillow.
Emotional damage.
Oh, it's range spell attack. 13 to hit.
Against, that's gonna be against their kinetic.
Okay.
13 just hits.
Nice.
So
Nice.
you kind of reach out with your mind, and you can see this little. I think it's called a game guy.
Yeah.
Game guy 5.
yeah,
it begins
was
to
a Game
shake
Guy,
and
'cause I was
shake,
like,
and
oh,
all of a
it's
sudden
like a
it
Game Boy,
lifts,
but a guy.
and you fling it, and you're flinging it at
The guy with the control.
Bill.
Bill.
We got Big Bill
Okay,
Peter.
roll a
Petey
d4.
Bill.
XX Taco
Billy
Black.
Pete's the Taco Black.
2.
2.
Something
Okay,
like
so you
that.
see this guy pull out his hand cannon and he fires wide. As that happens, he almost like recoils with a little bit. For this, you turn, you pick up this game guy and fling it at him. He begins to lower the gun again, and from his perspective, he just sees poof, right in the head, cracking him over. He pulls his head back. You see a little bit of blood running down the gun, like at his side, and he just goes, "What the? Hey!" And he goes down to pick up this game guy that he's really passionate about.
Right.
Awesome idea. Anything
That
else,
is fun.
Gibbs?
Oh, well, sorry. So it deals 1d6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so yeah, roll that.
Okay. 2
Nice, he's dead.
to the.
Yeah, he has 1 health.
And then I sort of quickly look around and realize the same scene is playing out again, where I am fighting by myself and everyone's abandoning me.
Oh god.
I haven't abandoned you yet.
But I will. I'm not within 30 feet of anybody to heal them.
Are you within 30 feet?
I'm not 30 feet of you, who I was concerned about, but now don't care. But I will take 10 steps back. But do it like on my four legs, just kind of pushing myself back on the dirt, leaving like a little trail.
Okay. So you're like scrabbling
Yeah.
back. Okay, cool.
Like what cats do when you try to pick them up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, great.
So keeping my eyes on this guy who's got the controller that I care about, and I'm like, take that! Game Boy!
And he
It's
does.
broken!
It pops him in the head. He jerks his head back, and you're already scrabbling away a little bit.
Game guy,
Awesome,
more like
Gibbs.
game die.
Ooh.
Got him.
Shade, what would you like to do? Spice, you're on deck.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
When I recover my gun, is that a move action, or is that a regular action?
So if I remember correctly, picking up an like a weapon
Manipulating
is a move
an
action?
item is a move action.
I believe it's a
So
move
would
action.
that count as manipulating an item?
Yeah.
Okay. I can still fire while prone, correct?
You can.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna grab my gun and I'm going to shoot.
The drone.
Yeah, I think I have to shoot the drone because like it's right at me.
Then do it.
Yeah.
Make your attack. You on your belly see the gun right next to you, still on fire, mindfully. You grab this pistol and start
Another
shooting.
one? Did you get another one?
Oh, it was still bad though. I don't get the +2 because that's against
It's
him.
only against him, and I don't get it. So
What is
someone
the
So
total
that's
roll?
the total roll is a
9.
Is
But
that
it's against a
energy
drone.
Or,
it is, I believe, energy. It's my laser pistol.
9 just misses.
No.
So as you kind of pull the laser pistol, you're already on the ground. You're on fire, and so your ability to concentrate pretty limited. Even as an android, even with your kind of like ability to deaden your senses and things, it's just too much. You can't quite see through the smoke. Additionally, or is it the end of your turn?
Yeah, I think that's all I can do. I'm still prone, so that's,
You are,
yeah, I'm
and on
gonna stay.
fire. You take 1 fire damage as you
This is
continue to
not looking
smolder.
great.
For all of you, you're watching Shade just sit in some fire shooting.
Androids don't mind fire, right? That's like a
Apparently
thing,
not.
yeah.
No, like,
I was like gonna heal
Inside
you, but
start
now you're
melting.
fine
it's
apparently.
affecting me, but I'm not outwardly exhibiting any.
Because when I was on
pain.
fire, all you hear
Spice,
is
you're up. Bubs, you're on deck.
Alright.
It's definitely hurting, but I don't show it.
You got like coolant vents.
Yeah, I
Spice, all of
fight
a
through
sudden,
it.
The beautiful emerald light overhead is blocked for a second as a drone right over top, and then spins around and kind of comes down in front of you.
This one.
Yeah, that's what that one did.
So does it?
No,
leave
it was
my-
already. It was already. That's
Oh,
how
this
it
was
got
what
there.
how
Yeah.
it happened.
Yeah.
So as you're running now, you're running directly towards it. What do you want to do? You're holding this huge thing.
She's still gonna run. I'm
So you
still
look
gonna
at
run
that.
forward.
You move your full speed. That is gonna provoke an attack of opportunity against it for sure.
What?
What if you go like this way? Not right at it.
You can try.
what do you want?
Well, I
However,
feel
you
like it
already
doesn't
said you're
matter.
gonna run right
Yeah,
by it. So,
alright.
I'm
it
just
is gonna
trying
a shot
to get
at
to
you.
the shit.
Around
Yeah.
here.
Oh,
Spice is not a smart lady.
so Spice, you're like carrying this thing. You're like limping because it's so heavy. You're hurt. You see this thing fly right over you.
Ooh.
The guns spin up, and all of a sudden you like almost lose this thing. You fall, and you catch it falling, and it shoots right over you. You see it stripe the shelter behind you, the metal peeling and tearing away. You're still fine. You just lift up, and you keep running, but it misses. So you run. Anything else?
You're running in heels on grass,
Yeah.
carrying this huge
I know.
thing. It's so impressive to like Ariana.
Heels?
Yeah, she's
Oh,
wearing
Yeah,
heels.
I have like
Knee-high
5
boots
inches
with
allowed
Oh,
of heels.
damn. Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
You know what they say, like anything a woman can do, or anything a man can do, a woman can do in heels and backwards. Like Spice is proving that.
Yeah, 1000%. So you're
So
booking it in
dying is
heels.
also included.
Yes, that is also.
I can
Yeah,
die
you can
better
die
than
in
any
heels.
man.
Yeah, more fashionably.
Bubs,
Use your
what would you
body,
like
it's
to
gonna
do?
be like-
You see Spice just running, being
Is it,
shot
am
at,
I
like,
far
dodging
enough
it.
to have disengaged?
Definitely not.
Bummer.
Yeah,
Those things can move quickly.
Rats.
yeah. You're moving fast. They can't keep up with you and shoot, but they can certainly keep pace with you.
Darn it.
All right, Bubs, what would you like to do?
I'm going to attack this drone in front of me.
Okay, go ahead, make your attacks.
Oh no!
Wow,
Oh
sucks.
my god! These rolls are
That was a
real.
1.
Yeah.
These rolls are real
Okay,
bad.
so that misses. You swing at this thing. It's right in front of you, And as the fans kind of go, you see 2 of the fans just stop, and the whole thing just dips, and you swing wide over it. And then it kind of back up to even.
I'm full attacking it, so I can attack twice.
Go for it.
A 1
A little
again.
better. No, that's
Wow.
not
7. Ooh.
Wow, you gotta be careful
total
about those
damage.
1s and 7s.
what's
7
the
plus
total?
6.
6, that's a 13?
Yeah.
Against kinetic?
Presumably it's a punch.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
a
punch.
hit. Absolutely.
Nice.
Punch that drone in the exhaust port.
In the butthole?
Yeah.
That's the
I'm
analogy.
pretty sure that drones don't have buttholes.
I designed
okay.
these drones. These do.
Oh.
Do they look
okay.
like little?
So we know what the weak point is.
It's the strong.
Oh no.
3 plus 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so 9 points of damage?
Yeah. And as I'm
You know, the Naruto
Getting
will
up.
talk at you.
to punch it, I'm like
Secret technique.
mentally like telling myself, because I have to gear myself up to strike at these gears. Your calm blue ocean. Your calm blue ocean. And I just keep telling myself that over and over.
Okay. And so you kind of you swing the first time, it dips underneath you, and as it goes down, you bring your elbow up from the mist and just smash it into the top of this thing.
Nice.
Like a wave crashing down.
Like a wave crashing down. The water of your assault splashes across this thing in the form of your elbow. You feel the metal buckle underneath, and where one of the fans is, the enclosure kind of dents in, and you can hear it just now just grinding against it.
Nice.
Smoke begins to rise out, sparks from underneath. This thing is badly damaged.
Nice.
That's a good hit.
Nice job.
Anything else?
That's it.
All right,
Maybe we
well
can
done.
still get a
That brings us to the
win.
Farron. The Farron is going to run 25 feet and turn and take a shot at this drone.
25 feet. Oh wait, hold on. I can't go through a rock because fans can't fly.
Can't.
I can put it like there.
Awesome, yeah.
Alright.
He's going to get there. You can see Spice just eating heels way faster than he is. And he's just like, I'm still going to help. And he pulls out and he's going to take his shot. That's a
He's
nat-
gonna help.
It's a natural 1.
No, damn it.
So he's
Fucking
like, I'm going to
Baron,
help. He
useless.
pulls this up, and as he
Shoots
pulls,
me in the
it's about to be the trigger, and he just hits like the clip release, and the whole thing just out. No
What a
ammunition left.
fuck.
And you could just, he's just, and he drops the gun
I'm
and
like
starts to
on
get ready
the
to run.
ground.
Drops your
He's
gun.
standing pretty much
I gave
over me
him
now. and I'm
four
watching him do
bullets.
this.
Remember?
Yeah, but he just released the whole clip on the ground.
Oh, I don't know how that works.
Yeah,
What a
I'll explain that in a
dumbass.
second.
All right.
So, that is going to be the Farron's turn. That brings us to the top of the round. So, Bill, covered in this gross kind of mucusy ghost, is going to look. Everybody's starting to get kind of far away from him. Gibbs, how far are you from him?
Like maybe 15. Yeah.
Okay,
15.
he's going to cross the
25.
distance to you, get
Yeah.
right up next to you.
Sure.
He's out of breath just from that run. He's not in good shape, and you can
Oh,
you
good.
can kind of smell like this. It's like corn chips on his breath. But he comes running up to you, and he just goes, "We can split the money. We can split the money, but you need to stop. We gotta just go. We gotta get this done with. Can you stop your friends?
Yes!
Stop them."
I get on the comm on my little wristy thing, I flip it open, and I FaceTime them, and I wait for it to connect for 2 seconds, and they go, guys, stop! What? Splitting the money!
So, and you can see he immediately grabs the controller and presses something. Around all of you, the drones just go down. The one that you hit, Dan, you can hear the thing just not quite turning right, and so it's and the whole thing just onto the ground.
Nice.
The other one sets down gently. And as long as you guys are stopping, I can take you out of initiative. Well done. You
What
guys-
Spice does not stop running
Okay, so
back to
Spice
the
just-
ship?
Spice
No
just
way.
continues on. Fantastic. We'll
Right.
get back to that. So you can see. Give me 1 second.
I'm like leaned up against this rock, pretty much burnt to
Oh,
death. At this point.
I cast,
Not quite, not ready
in
to
the
give
like
up yet.
the next beat, I take out my large bottle off my bag and do the
Okay.
champagne spray
Well,
again,
thanks.
and I will
Oh,
get
I
everyone
haven't
but
seen this
Spice.
before,
Oh
so
yeah.
This is good.
So I'm this little rat lady with this massive like health potion flask.
Yeah, you get the big flask.
Yeah,
right?
and I like whip it around and I just give it like a and you get like and I uncork it and you get that like Mentos and Coke champagne spray over
Just
30 feet
all over
distance.
me.
And as it like hits you, at first you go like, "Ugh, gross," because it's really
I don't care
It's
that
gross
much
body
'cause
liquid.
count too. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
an android, so like
But you
Whatever.
gain 2 2d8 hit points.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So let me.
That's-
But I roll.
That's significant enough to make me not die
Yeah, alright.
on
So
the next
3
You
turn.
don't have to
which
use
is
resolve
what was
points
about
to
happen.
stabilize.
7 hit points, but it's only hit
Nice.
points. It's not stamina points.
Oh, that doesn't help at all.
Oh.
Oh,
I have
shit.
all stamina points.
Oh, well then why do I bother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as
you're
this
right.
hits you and splashes over you,
I
you
still
don't
have some
feel
HP.
anything.
Oh,
I still have 3 SP.
Yeah, you're fine.
You're not fine.
wait.
I'm
Hold
That's,
on.
how much SP
That's-
do you have?
20.
What?
That's a lot.
That's what
I
it
have
says.
20 SP as well.
Really? Well, that
I
makes sense because
don't.
you're a
I'm a fighter,
soldier,
yeah,
So
yeah.
Either way,
It's
that's
yeah,
a lot
it
of SP.
specifies
He rolled
it
really well.
restores hit points. So I assume
Yeah,
it, it's
there is
hit
a
points.
difference.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
So you are covered in Gibbs's saliva, garbage juice, various little bits of.
But you get the sense it was trying to be nice. Maybe
Does it
put
put
you
the
out.
fire out?
Yeah,
Sure.
Oh, okay, there we go. That's good.
and you
it
smell
benefits.
as that happens. It's the smell of like burning garbage. So it's not the best smell, but you know you are not on fire anymore. This Farron kind of
This
stops
stuff doesn't
running.
really bother
The
me
Farron
too
kind of
much.
turns, sees Spice still going, takes a couple steps. He's like,
You did not get
I
that.
don't really know what to do.
I need healing though.
Yeah, but
It's
you
a
don't
sad
get it.
part.
You're way
Too
more
far.
farther. Yeah.
Ouch.
So the drone next to you, as you like suddenly splash with the spit, you see the drone settle, kind of settle in the grass. and
Cautiously, like.
those guns spin down. Bill approaches you and kind of like waves for everybody. He's like, "We can work together, okay? We can help each other out."
Drone control.
I'm not gonna do that, but he takes the drone control and he opens the bottom and just, you see like a large power charge that just drops into the ground. Holds it up, you
battery?
can see it's dead. Yeah, battery.
I grabbed the battery and put
Sure.
it in my
Grab the
little
battery.
vest.
He's holding the controller. He's like, "All right, good,
Good.
all right." Puts that
Guys
back
want to
into
gather
the-
round?
Yeah, I'm gonna get closer up.
Yeah, we'll all chat in this little corner.
You see the Farron come up, kind of a little out of breath. He's like, "Oh, she's so fast. I couldn't keep up with her. Oh, she's back in the ship."
Great. That
And-
gives us time to talk.
Okay.
Is Spice on the ship by now?
Yeah, you're back to the ship.
So
You, like,
Spice
clunk.
closes and like locks all the doors and closes all the windows and like locks up
Yeah.
the ship.
Everything locks
Just like
up.
hanging out over here, just like
You get
Yeah,
back.
like sitting with it, like
taking
sweating.
selfies with it.
Well, she's in bad shape, so she's like sweating like Mama Bear, like I got it.
That's certainly what you're like.
Okay. Cool.
So.
Cool.
All of that happens. You now kind of gather around, everybody but Spice. This guy, now that you're a little bit closer to him, dripping with sweat. He ran a total of like 45 feet this entire engagement, but not in good shape. You could see in one hand now, the one that he's not like stowing the other controller away with, he's holding his Game Guy 5. You can see he's looking at it and brushing it off, making sure it's still okay, but he puts that back in his pocket.
Sorry.
How did you guys find me?
We got a bounty from.
From Jacinto, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
They were looking for their thing back. What are you doing
Which
here?
your friend took. Which
Right.
we need to get back. If you want money for it, I'm supposed to be making about 100,000 credits on this thing. So if you guys want to be cut in, we could figure out some kind of a deal. But we need it back, and we need it back soon. If my contacts don't show up, or if they show up and I don't have it, then they're gone, and we don't get this.
Who's
So
your
come on, let's hurry
contacts?
up.
100,000.
Is it the Solarius army?
He turns, and he has kind of a weird look in his eye, the Solari army. But he has a kind of a weird look in his eye. He's like, why would you say that?
They're on their way here, so we got to get off world.
Yeah, we do. Who do you all work for?
Mosaic Team 5.
Mosaic Team 5!
We all
And
pose.
I say it, yeah, in the anime, like,
Fucking
montage,
Ginyu
and you see that
squad.
Sailor Moon
Sure.
thing of our squad as we all make the pose we made in that original photo we took.
So you recreate Sans, Vess, who I'm going to say just for sake of ease went back to the ship with you.
Yeah.
And Spice, who are no longer present at the moment, but you recreate that pose.
It's very gang pose, like,
Yeah.
lots of, like, finger
It's
signs.
an album cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
From the 90s.
He looks at you guys and goes, okay, that's weird. I work for Jacinto, or I work for Jacinto, but they're a bunch of really fucked up people. They have a whole bunch of unethical experiments. I work for the Discovery Division. we do a whole bunch of things that are not supposed to be happening. But my contact, Spice, where you are, suddenly you hear this loud crack like thunder. A couple seconds later, as he's speaking to you, Gibbs, you're showered in his brains as his head explodes. But this is where we're going to take our break.
No!
So it's 7 o'clock. We're going to take a little bit of an early break. I actually just ran an 8-hour class, so I need to eat something.
That's fair.
So we're going to take a quick 10-minute break. It is 7:01. We'll be back at 7:11 to see what's going on with this gentleman's head. Now mostly on Gibbs.
Yum.
Well, at least we got the bounty. We win.
You guys theoretically are going to get a lot of money, so you got that coming
You're
up.
ready. Yeah.
If
1,000
Spice
from
can't,
So,
if Spice fucks it up, maybe. We'll see.
so thank you guys so much for hanging out. Bring us back to our main
we're
thing
not
here.
off.
Oh,
No, we're not
she's gonna move.
But
No.
thank you so much for hanging out with us so far. Again, remember, if you donate bits, there are some really cool rewards that can be rolled out.
Like pizza for
Like
us.
pizza for everybody.
Pizza.
And us
Yeah.
dinner, because it's always dinner time
God,
and
that
no
would
one
be so
eats
nice.
before they get here.
It is always
So-
good.
Yeah, no one eats before they're here.
You can check
Feed us.
the About section underneath on Twitch to see what those rewards are. But we'll be back in about 10 minutes, and we'll see you then.
See you, Space Cowboy.
to Mosaic Team 5. Thank you for sticking with us through the break. Thank you for hanging out with us through combat, where this group did a really good job, sort of. You know what? You guys did an amazing
Did we take down
job.
anything? We didn't even take down anything.
No. But you almost took down a drone.
himself.
You almost took down a drone. And, yeah, Shade almost took himself down. I will say you guys did achieve getting the prototype, which is what you're trying to do.
And
So-
captured
Modest success.
alive.
However,
Not so
in this
much.
moment, as you were speaking to Bill Black, Peter Iguana. I wrote this.
I know, but I keep calling him Iguana.
Yeah, it's you guys. That
Peter,
did it.
Billy,
It's
Black,
like-
Taco,
it's-
Aguanda.
Tex,
It's like
tex,
the
tex,
Elgato. It's like the Elgato.
That's his
The
OnlyFans.
gato.
The Elgato.
The gato.
You watch as this individual, as he begins to talk to you and give you a little bit more information. Spice, you hear way back at the ship this crack, and roughly the same time, all the way over 300 feet away where you are, this head explodes. You see the body? Just
My
blood out.
telemetries are all. He's flatlined.
Make a perception check. So he's flatlined.
Oh, because I mean, I still had my my combat.
Yeah. So in your mind, it's beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, like I
he's
have a little
flatlined.
like radar thing that has all of his vital signs and stuff, and now it's just like
Yeah,
errors.
he's-
You have a HUD unit?
It's like the
That's dope.
Terminator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see the Farian dives on the ground. Just everybody get down. All of a sudden, where you guys are, you hear crack, crack.
Another one?
It just came to them.
I dive onto the body and I rifle for two things. I'm looking for the other half of the droid controller that I have the battery pack for,
Okay.
and I'm looking for sci-fi wallet.
Make a perception check.
Cool. Nine plus 7 is 16,
That is math. So
which I do out loud, man.
Nice.
Leave me alone.
he's wearing a flight suit. You find a survival knife. You find a hand cannon called a bravado hand cannon.
Okay.
You find about a week's worth of field rations, an industrial strength backpack that is branded as Jacinto. There is a book, a canteen, and then travel clothing. It's a fiction book.
And this game guy, right?
Hence Game Guy. You also find a Game Guy, Game Guy 5.
Big crack in the screen.
No crack. Game Guy 5 is sturdy. Game
Oh,
Guy 5
dope.
is real sturdy, yeah. At some point, companies were like, you know what? These keep breaking. We need to stop having things designed to break. And then they started doing something different.
Oh wow.
So no
Take a hint.
Companies.
no droid
Fruit-based products.
controller, even though he had it.
So as you look through with that roll, can't find the controller itself.
Okay.
Can I roll to see if I can tell where the bullets are coming from?
Perception check.
Yep.
It's one bullet. That crack still echoing through these tall trees.
It's a 9 plus 4. 13.
You look around. You look at the head. The head is just gone. No bullet entry or exit wound. No way to tell which way this came from. At least not for you, that roll.
I can't tell where they're firing from.
How large are the drones?
They're that size. So,
Oh.
you know, they're almost like you-sized.
Okay, so I
Spooky.
couldn't just like grab it and run.
No, these are heavy. You would want a controller to make them move, or like probably two people. These are several hundred pounds each.
We should get back to the ship.
I do a second pass of the body, scrambling underneath the spacesuit, between the spacesuit and like the under spacesuit.
Are you not picking up the body? I'm gonna pick up the body and take
Okay.
it. I
Yeah.
mean, it's our bounty.
You're
We should
oh
take the body
well
with us.
right. I didn't get an ID.
Headless bounty.
Then never mind. I help him carry it, and I'll carry it
I'm
on
gonna,
the.
like, grab the rest
Grab
of
the wife a
body
pillow.
and kind of
Grab the wife a pillow.
backpack it and
It's gone.
head towards the ship.
You pull the arms over your body. You can feel the blood running
Making
down
sure
your
to like
entire
kind of
chest.
stay low as best I can and avoid
Sure.
gunfire. if I
You grab the
can.
legs and
Don't wanna get
together you
sniped
guys are
in the head.
moving with you kind of like down, using one hand to move yourself along as you do. Shade's doing most of the carrying, but you're keeping it clear of obstacles. You guys move like 30 feet. Nothing. Another 30 feet. Nothing.
The
I
camera
would say,
is being watched.
Spice, are you doing anything? You hear that crack, and your friends haven't come back yet.
Well, she already locked up the ship. No, she's just gonna sit on top of the prototype.
Okay.
Oh wait, no. What she does? Wait. No, she calls Peep.
Okay. You go ahead and you look down at your comms unit, and you decide that you're going to call Peep. You press your communicator, you hear the signal go through, and then suddenly you see the little blurry image appear, and Peep, kind of looking around, you can see visibly distressed. His fur kind of like, it looks like it's been like kind of like bedheaded almost. His eyes are a little bit bloodshot. He turns around, he just goes, "What? I'm sorry. I'm just really stressed out. This has been a lot. What Spice, what's going on?"
Peep, look, and she like shows the prototype. I got it.
Kind of squints through the screen. Did you guys really get the prototype?
I did,
mean,
yes.
I don't doubt it. I knew that you guys could.
Well,
actually
look at it, it's right here.
That's amazing.
Where do I bring it?
Well, so you guys need to go to the Eclipse Mall in the Vitruvian system, and just in the Vitruvian system, sorry. And there you can go to the crane store and talk to our contact. He's a gentleman named. Just give me 1 second. He is a gentleman called Lydell. Just talk to him, Lydell Wilcost. He's a little strange, but generally a pretty okay guy, and he'll be able to pay you. Just make sure that you bring the prototype.
You got it, Peep.
And, I think if this goes well, we might have another contract coming with another company. A little bit better reputation than Jacinto. Probably won't pay as well, but interesting job. I actually can't learn more about it. We need an NDA. It's a whole thing. Anyways, I need to get on the phone with Nazma so that he can contact you in just a little bit. Be on the lookout. We're going to be calling you soon, and it's going to be Nazma, so it's going to be a little bit of a talk.
Okay.
All right. Peep out.
Spice sits on top of the prototype, like self-satisfied.
Yeah. And you wait for the rest of you. You've now gone almost 100 feet, kind of ducking low, staying behind the trees. So far, nothing's gone. Is anybody doing anything before you reach the ship?
I mean, we're making our way. I have the body. I want to check out these drones because I feel like those would be useful for us, but I don't want to get shot, so I'm just gonna take the body.
Okay.
Can I search the lower half of the body, the crotch pockets and stuff?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check. The DC does get higher.
While I'm running,
I will also remind you, if you want, when you're back at the ship, you could take 20 and really investigate the body. But up to you.
But can I do that additionally?
Make a perception
Yeah.
check, sure.
Nat 1.
Okay.
Oof, you hate to see that.
It's fine. It's good to waste the Nat 1 on for something we could do again.
That's true.
You guys are walking, and Shade, you get slowed down a little bit, and Gibbs is kind of stopping and looking through pockets.
Like tearing
and
his
then you feel
pants
the-
off
you
while
feel
you're
the-
tearing
So
away.
eventually,
Space pants.
you're kind of holding onto the edges, trying to straighten the pants so that you can kind of get into the pockets. And all of a sudden,
Gibbs.
overhead, you see a starship take off and move up. You watch, unfamiliar with this signature, it kind of goes so fast you can barely
Do I
catch it.
recognize what kind of ship it is?
Make a perception check.
Can Spice see this?
You're inside, and so you
Okay.
can't. It's overhead. You can't really see it, but you do
Sure.
hear this.
Given my background, do I gain any bonuses for knowing about ships?
So this is a perception check to see it. Then we'll get into
Oh,
whether or not you know about it.
My perception check was
Is this
a 15.
okay? As it streaks by you, it is a white ship, and all you can see is just two engines burning in the distance now. Hard to tell. Not something that you recognize though.
Okay.
Sorry.
Not similar
Sorry.
to ours, right?
No.
Okay.
No. This is a fighter, much smaller.
Okay. Okay. I'm still going back to the ship,
Okay. You make your way back
Yeah,
to
I'm
the
probably
ship.
a
but
little
I'm
bit
thinking
ahead of them.
internally that it was probably an assassination attempt, a successful assassination attempt.
AKA an assassination.
But who would have done that?
I just got that.
You all make it back to the ship, kind of ducking low and keeping
I bang on the
relatively-
door frantically as it's locked, and I've never been locked out of my ship before.
So you go to try the ship, and when it doesn't turn, panic.
Yeah.
Spice, you're there sitting on this thing, so self-satisfied. All of a
Breathe.
sudden, yeah,
Breathe.
skin of comes. You kind of like
down.
start looking at that. You could just hear like, let me in, and you hear Gibbs just scratching. You hear Shade just barely through the bulkhead. Calm down. What do you want to do?
Who is it?
Gibbs! people out here.
It's just.
Ooh,
us.
then why would I open the door?
It is Gibbs, Shade, and Bubs.
As the door cracks open,
The
like
dead
you see the
body
fingers
of our-
first, like around the door, and then just rank.
It is
Are
also
you
the
j-
dead
are you
body of
forcing
our
it open?
bounty.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Fuck that mechanic. Whatever.
Okay, make an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics?
You know why not?
Sorry, athletics.
Gosh
You're gonna
darn
break
it.
the door.
17 minus 2.
Okay.
15.
Unfortunately, you see. So actually, yeah. So what happens is you're grabbing. You can see Gibbs. All the muscles in the back of Gibbs' scrawny, furry shoulders straining. Spice, you see this through the camera. You kind of wait until you can see Gibbs just like as much as they
Yeah,
can.
it's like
press
Spice
the
doesn't
button.
move.
You press the button and the door opens. You fly off to the side.
I
Oh.
just like walk in with the body. Just
I'm probably gonna be assisting Shade with the body now that Gibbs has given up
So
carrying
the
it.
two of you help, and then Gibbs kind of like through the two of your legs scrambles in.
Yeah.
Everybody coming in the least possibly effective way. Baron follows 5 feet after, just kind of looking at all of you. And
Does
going,
he have my
I'm just carrying
gun?
the body.
yeah, he has your.
Okay, cool.
All right, she closes the door behind them
I
once
dropped
they
the
come
body in the main.
Let's get everybody.
Oh, yeah.
So
There.
interestingly enough, you now see Peter Aguanga. You can
Wow.
see the
Here's
Peter
silvery
Aguanga.
sort
Part of
of
him.
the silvery sort of thing. You
Wait.
see missing a head, the stump now, little bits of blood that is still left, very little as it's mostly exsanguinated, just rolling across your kind of chrome deck. Also, his dick's out because Gibbs pulled his pants
Tore
off,
off
and
his-
then as the ship flew off, kind of like pulled the pants and was like, "What?" And then the pants are somewhere back in the forest. So this naked guy, bottomless, no head, is now on your deck.
He's here. There's our box. I moved our box.
Okay, yeah, you move the crate. in.
Peep calls. Spice calls Peep again.
Okay. So now that everybody's pulling up, everybody out of breath a little bit. Some people seem kind of shaken. You press the button on your comms. It goes through, and Peep is going to.
I believe we should.
Oh,
talk
Rejected.
Before we get in touch with Peep, because we probably need to talk over a few things.
Phone's already ringing.
Suddenly,
regarding
Peep
what
appears in the screen. Hey, Mosaic Team 5, everybody this time?
Everybody this time.
Okay, so first
Hi.
I have Nazma from Public Image Management. He's here to say hi.
From what?
Nazma, say hi.
Hi.
You can hear from the back. Hey, dudes. Peep goes, Nazma is going to ask you a few questions about you know what. Just answer honestly, and then I've got a bounty for you. Okay, Nazma, do your thing. You see Peep's face disappear. Stepping into the screen, you see an alien that a lot of you have not seen before. This individual, green, spindly humanoid with 2 long legs, and you can see these 2 vines that kind of come out over the back and then hook over like scythes almost, but just these kind of vines that move. His entire being is
Ridiculous
plant-like.
Piccolo.
The head is not like a normal head. It looks almost like a translucent flower, and you can see within the single glowing orb that kind of pulses with light as he talks. But he kind of leans in. Hey, dudes. Okay, so, quick mood check. How's everybody doing today?
I'm
You're
great.
just getting shot at.
Oh, man, that's some bad
We
vibes
had a
right
successful
there. Sorry,
mission,
Bubs.
however, which overall is pretty.
Hey, look at the positivity coming from Shade. Shade, I like that. Great work.
Thank
Bubs,
you.
I validate your feelings. It's scary having bullets shot at you. But you're safe now, okay? So,
So safe.
anyways, let's take a look at this here. And you can see-
Spice looks closer in at this guy.
Make a perception check. What are you looking for?
She's just looking at him.
Yeah.
She's just checking him out.
You can see no eyes or anything. It's just this glowing kind of thing. You see, make a perception check.
Okay.
You can see he pulls out a big sheath of paper. Okay, I got a couple forms to go over.
I got a
here.
16.
16. You see in the background a little tail of a cat drift by, and you can see one of the
Mama.
tentacles kind of goes back and starts petting something in the back.
Cute. No.
All right.
Do you wanna go
let's
prime the
see
ship?
here.
Prime the ship.
Mosaic Team 5.
Zoom, zoom.
Mosaic
I
Team
would
5.
like to.
Hey
make
guys,
sure
I
that we
appreciate
get
there's a lot
everything
going on, but I
the
just need
record.
a moment of your attention, Shade. Thanks, bud. So, all right, Mosaic Team 5, Mosaic Team 5. Who's the captain, by the way? Who am I
That
talking
is
to?
me. And Spice
Okay,
picks up her hand.
Captain Spice. I like it. So first of all, can you confirm that it was the Cygnus bandit who activated and deployed the nanite device?
Yes, I can confirm.
Oh, bad vibes. All right.
Bad
He starts-
vibes for sure.
starts writing some stuff down. Did you or anyone else notice any kind of markings on it? Any images, writing, serial numbers, anything like that?
On what?
On the nanite bomb.
I didn't see anything. Did you guys?
Can I prep the ship during this
Yeah,
conversation?
yeah, absolutely. So
I
you
wanna-
begin moving around, prepping the ship.
Like, rev the engine?
Yeah, so you're
And
warming
start.
it up, getting ready to take off quick.
Yeah.
I got you.
Cool.
All right, and then that's unfortunate, really, because if we had an image, something to lead back on, we could do
Shit.
a quick vibe check on that image, see what's up. But not a big deal. And then just kind of one more question here, and just to the best of your knowledge, Captain Spice, and of course, I'll be looking over the Tequila Tango exterior rear and front cameras to confirm, but just to the best of your knowledge, over there, did any other folks see you and survive that might have a different story?
I kind of
Oof.
look over at
You
Thaddeus.
can see he's backing away from the camera a
probably.
little bit.
Yeah, this guy, and Spice grabs the Farron.
So pulls him into the view. You can see Nas, which is the bulb, the little glowing thing on the inside, gets a little bit more red. And he goes,
He's just
"Oh,
hugging
man."
him, like,
I'm,
this guy.
I'm just kind of like,
Okay, well, all right, guys, thanks a bunch. I'm gonna let you know real quick. This is gonna create kind of a problem, but we'll see what we can do.
Why?
You know what?
Nasma.
Don't worry too much. I'm just gonna see if I can handle it. Okay, and all of a sudden you see the vines jerk to the side as Peep just appears. Great, Nazma, great. Okay.
Bye, Nasma. Miss
and
you.
then you can hear Nazma from behind go, "Oh, okay. Hey, did you want to maybe grab?" And then you see Peep just go, "I'm working, Nazma." Okay, and then you
Did
hear
you
from
wanna
background,
grab a
Nazma
drink,
just go,
Nazma?
"Okay, maybe tomorrow." We can hear slam. The door slams shut. You see Peep again. Sorry. Oh, by the universe, that guy talks. All right, we've got a time-sensitive matter. Jacinto seems, for whatever reason, to be impressed that you were able to get this. I really need you guys to get to the Eclipse Mall, hand this prototype off, get payment. We can start kind of working on, you guys actually might end up with positive money after this, which is pretty remarkable, all things considered. And then once you get there, hopefully we'll have everything kind of settled, and we'll be able to get way on this other bounty. I'm still confirming
Peep,
details.
what about the body? We haven't. And she shows the headless dick man.
You can see he just goes, why are his pants off?
Don't ask that many questions. We had to do what we had to do.
You can see he's just and he starts writing stuff down. And he's like, this is going to be a lot of paper.
I love the Spice interaction.
Okay, have to do what I have to do.
I stand by my words.
Look, if you can just get the body and the prototype to Jacinto, it's in the Crane store in the Eclipse Mall in the Ventruvian system. I keep getting it wrong. It's a real easy handoff. Just go. You're going to talk to
Look
a
for
guy.
Lydell. I know.
All right. If you guys know what to do, then I won't give you any more information. You got it.
well,
I will contact you
liked
or
the
contact me
information.
once you've handed this off. If you need to do any shopping, get it done quick, and then we'll start on this next bounty.
Can I
okay?
have the credit card?
How about you just give me a call when you're going to buy something, and if you still need more funds, we can talk about it. Okay, Spice?
Okay.
I will upload your new credit amounts to you once I figure out what the damages are going to be. Just hand that off, and I'll be able to figure it all out, okay?
Okay.
Guys, please try not to blow anything up. You're going to a mall.
No
There's
promises. She
back-
signs off.
Oh.
He's gone.
We should have probably told him about
Gibbs
the
is in the pilot seat
assassination.
and starts to
All of you
take
see a
off.
message from Pete pop up on your comms device, and if you click on it, it just says, "Don't destroy anything." Peep.
Spice
Farron-
responds with a kissy face emoji.
The Farron, while you're typing that, just kind of gives you a quick shove and goes, "What the fuck?"
That was
Who did see it?
Yeah, but the whole
ill-advised.
idea was that you're going to draw me off somewhere, and I was just going to start a new life.
Oh.
Did you not remember that?
I
was a
didn't
plan?
remember that.
It's like a big
I
character
had
development.
suggested that we kill him, and then I'm actually now on the side of letting you go, but
I'm going to be real honest with you, Shade. I don't know how to feel about you, but thank you.
that's okay. Most people don't.
So, all of a sudden, Gibbs, I need you to make a piloting check.
Sure, absolutely. This is
Yeah.
all on the mercy
Yeah,
of the
she's flying the
dice,
ship.
man. 14.
Yeah.
Feeling the ship taking off, I'm like,
It's been rumbling the whole time, and y'all have been busy. Gibbs has been like running around like storing luggage and like like
turn
packing
around.
suitcases. I don't know what you do, but like Gibbs has been doing it.
So, Gibbs, you sit down in the captain's seat.
My little
Split
legs
seat.
don't reach the pedals.
Now you have to like adjust the seat, kind of pull it forward a couple times.
Sit
and
on a couple
lower it.
phone books.
And
Yeah.
You press something down, it's kind of getting lower so your legs can reach.
gotta
this
like
quick effect, but
reach
there's-
down with the big toe.
I drive it with the feet. I don't do the bit. I just do the.
So your shoulders are on the bottom of the
Handlebar.
seat. and your feet
Whatever.
way
Yeah,
up.
Motorcycle,
one of those
yeah.
doors.
You press the door open rather, and you see Gibbs' shoulders just barely on the seat, feet now pulling one of the levers, and the ship begins to take off.
Like, okay.
You kind of hesitate. You can see just the sky in the viewport, and then Gibbs pulls their toe, and the whole thing just kind of begins to list over, and you can see just this graceful takeoff. The tree is getting smaller and smaller beneath.
Kind of like go over and just kind of like gently, but like carefully lift you out of the seat and put you next to me and be like, that was pretty good. And then get
You guys were talking for so long.
We had to give Peep at least a semblance of a rundown for how things went.
Wouldn't it be great if we got off this island first, this planet?
Well,
I'm worried that we're gonna get shot from the sky from the same beam that killed our friend over there.
well, I would guess that the beam came from the fighter ship that we saw leaving after it had blown his head off. So,
I didn't see that.
yeah,
That was neat.
it was neat.
Why don't I co-pilot for you
Clouds
for
are
a
just
while?
Going by now, the clouds are going by, and all of a sudden, there's just blackness around you as you emerge into true space.
Putting in coordinates for our mall.
Okay, you kind of
The trees
lean
are more-
over Gibbs, who is like steering with their feet. You punch in some coordinates. Now, the Eclipse Mall is one of several places that benefits from multiple drift beacons around it, and so the travel to the Eclipse Mall always faster.
Nice. Only 7 days.
From anywhere in near space, it takes a single day to get to the Eclipse Mall.
Oh, good.
So it is a one-day journey.
Nice.
One day.
Okay.
So as
We left the droids behind. The drones behind.
did, yeah.
That's a
As-
bummer.
As
I was
Shade
pretty disappointed.
punches in these coordinates, you take your foot and yank back this thing.
What noise does it make, guys?
The stars fall down into nothing, and suddenly the blackness around you is filled with these misty kind of clouds. And as you navigate, you can see little hunks of rock kind of ting-ting off the view screen, and you are in the drift. This dark, in some ways weirdly beautiful space. Now where you are, you can see here and there in these mists of clouds, little crackles of light, almost like fireworks in the distance.
I see the 1 day countdown on the screen,
Yeah.
like, and I'm like,
Not
one
the goddamn.
day, 1 day, man. That's all it takes.
Gibbs is still like back on the seat looking up at you.
1 day, man.
Driving with their foot. And they have done a very
I
good
feel like I've taken control, and now it's just sort of like when
like,
they
I'm
let the kid and the pilot in the
With
cockpit
passengers
to be
still
like,
on,
yeah,
yeah.
you want to
brindle.
fly the plane, kid? Here you go. And it's like not doing
It's like a
anything.
little cord dangling there. So yeah, you kind of sitting there, you begin to turn and navigate a little bit more. So over the course of this day, is there anything that you want to do?
Search the body.
Okay, you take 20 to search the body. You do find slightly goo encrusted, but certainly salvageable, a controller for. Let me find these guys. This is specifically for a Jacinto. It's a drone called a PD drone. It's pronounced P-E-E-D-E-E, PD, but it stands for Pioneer Defense. And so, it's commonly called a PD drone because that's just, the initials. It's easy to
Yeah, I
say.
get it.
You can link up to 3 drones with it. There are currently 2 that are filled, although probably not usable. The range relatively short at about 200 feet. You also find,
Yeah.
you already found his laser.
I give the hand cannon to Shade, who wanted it.
Okay.
But first I put it in the armory, and I like clean off the guts of it
Okay.
because I read the sticky note on the armory, and I like.
The sticky nuts.
So I go to the like sink and I like wash it or whatever. I don't know how guns work. And then I put it in the armory after I wash it.
I'm not a gun
And I
expert.
find a fucking sticky note and I put shade on the sticky note and put it on the gun in the rack
Okay.
on the thing. I don't know.
Fantastic.
It's like a really convoluted process because
Yeah.
we're Mosaic
And
5.
so dripping down this very wet laser, probably not the best idea, but we'll see. There is now a wet laser with a very soggy sticky note on it that you can just read through the splotched fade shade, but it's mostly just kind of like fallen away.
Gibbs, why did you submerge it in water?
Because
After you
Bob's
put the
wrote
sticky note on.
Bob's wrote this note about the armory being clean, and I didn't want to be a third sticky note on the plane. And it's got dead guy guts on it, and I figure that is part of the whole problem with the armory.
Generally, water is not the best way to clean a weapon.
But I figure a laser weapon, it just like,
Even worse.
it'll be fine.
Water would probably react poorly with the power cell. That
You're unhappy, or Bubs is unhappy.
I'm not
And
unhappy,
Bubs at
I'm
least
just
wrote the sticky
explaining
note.
why submerging a laser rifle into water is a generally bad idea.
Then
Slice
take
comes
the
over
sticky note
and
off
just
the
kind of
door.
like knocks your two heads together and then continues walking.
Probably hurts way more for you because mine is metal.
Well, it's a really hard to get both of our heads together because there's a pure height difference.
Yeah.
So it becomes
true.
like it becomes like head into like tummy
hip.
and like
Yeah.
it's like slimy
Like,
ear
oh, my
too.
rib
Like,
cage.
You
you
gotta
walk.
walk by and just hip check Gibbs into shade.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
it's
what
a
Spice
problem
does.
though. But there's a sticky note. Apparently that's important. I respected the sticky note system that we have apparently established on the ship.
I don't think that there's a sticky note system established. I think
It literally says Gibbs don't touch.
I think that just means Gibbs don't touch.
But
don't
I
think there's
assume it's because he doesn't like me.
I would assume it's because he's a hypochondriac and you are
I don't even know what that means.
quite filthy most of the time. Not in a bad way. Just it is the fact that
But
you
I
are
did
filthy,
the things.
soaky, very dirty.
It's
Leave
not.
grime everywhere.
I mean, Peeps is
all over the
not.
kitchen.
But that's because okay. I walked in and was just looking around, and then
I'm not-
Bubs walked in
I'm not-
and he yelled at me for no reason. I didn't even
Yes,
touch
that was
anything yet.
Certainly unwarranted.
Oh,
Right. I need that. You know that Namaste guy? He sounded pretty reasonable.
You mean Namza?
Yeah.
Nazma?
Mhm.
Nazma,
Yzma?
how could you forget?
Listen, I washed the gun.
Yes.
It's if you
as
want
I
it, it's
said,
there.
I will see if I can repair it.
Great. You've
Because
got, like,
it is almost
18
certainly
hours.
non-functional since you again submerged it in water.
Well, next time, I guess when we're at the
Next
mall,
time,
Bubs can
just-
buy gun cleaning solution.
Next
They have
time,
that for the
just
TVs.
Don't submerge it in water. That's.
I walk away. This is
that's
dumb
all I would say.
conversation.
Thank you. For
I've
the
done literally everything I possibly could to like remedy the situation. I'm still getting in trouble.
I wasn't mad at you.
Literally getting in
just
trouble.
saying. Don't take it the wrong
I put
way.
I fiddle with the
As-
drone
As
controller
Gibbs is going
battery.
Back, I'm like, Gibbs, it's okay. Just calm down. It's okay.
I'm like,
While
Phil.
they're
I'm not mad at you. I'm just trying to help
I've
you
shared my
for the
supplies.
future. Do not submerge.
Then dirty guns are gonna go in the armory.
There are acceptable ways of maintaining guns. Submerging them in water is not one of them. This
Then
is just
what is? Give me
helpful.
one solution.
one solution. There's similar to pipe cleaners to clean the interior muzzle.
I
of a
don't
barrel
have one of
water.
those.
Well, that's why we can find those things. It's okay. We're going to a mall now. You're going to be okay. Just calm down.
I go
Yeah.
sulk
Okay.
in my room,
Walk it
and I
off.
like my
And
funk
be
is
like,
like
walk it off.
disheveled in
Yeah.
like an unnatural way.
Oh, of course,
anyways,
yeah.
Walk
yeah.
it off, champ. Walk it off.
And so I just go there and I play with the broken, or the non-broken, I guess,
Is
game
there-
guy. And I'm just going to sulk for the next 14 hours or so.
You're over here
Awesome.
now, right?
Yeah.
Turn on game
Where,
guy.
wherever bunk is my bunk, that's like...
I feel like all of them are yours now.
No, I clean them all.
Yeah.
You
So-
walk in on Spice looking up pictures of Nasma.
You can just see these pictures. It's like his LinkedIn file, you know? It's just him wearing a tie, no shirt, nothing. He's always
Yeah.
just Vines.
Right.
But he has a tie on in that picture. You could see like maybe the little interior bulb is like slightly more blue. There's another picture of him. This one you can see like kind of maybe posing, but again he's a plant, so hard to tell.
Is the book I have? Porn.
It isn't porn.
Damn it.
Okay. Then I tuck it away.
It's erotic fan fiction.
Right.
It's a graphic novel.
Oh, then I chuck it at Spice because
Okay.
I know she's into that shit.
So Spice, all of a sudden this book right next to your feet, and you look down and it's a graphic novel.
Oh, she picks it up.
There you go. So you
There.
can add a graphic novel. to
Shit,
it.
I forgot. I don't know how to read.
And I will
I am
sulk
literate.
in the company of Spice.
Okay. So you see Spice get really absorbed in this. It's like a manga about like it's about a spy, right? Or no, it's about a detective.
Okay.
And this detective, as he's going around, he's always trying to solve the case, and then there's something weird that happens, and he always gets that like he's like, wait, I have an idea. It's called One Hunch Man. And, it's it's one in a long series of a graphic novel.
Put that in your inventory.
God.
That's
Did you
great.
just make that up right now? Wow, that was amazing.
That's issue
Good job.
4.
Great job.
The issue 4 of One
Wow.
Hunch Man.
That's
I
amazing.
love that.
So you have that graphic novel, but additionally, in addition to all that, that's what you found. Yeah.
That's
I'm gonna
amazing.
spend some time trying to fix this gun that is now waterlogged.
It is certainly damaged, but with your skills, if you want, I'm going to say you can go ahead and try to repair it. That is going to be
I'm probably in the armory with him.
okay.
Oh
so-
no, I'd probably take it and go back to the. I'd probably just be fiddling around with it while I'm like in the pilot seat, just waiting.
But you would have seen that
It's
whole
only a one-day trip.
interaction.
Yeah, you were probably
Make an
there while
engineering
I was doing that. Engineering.
Yeah.
Maybe this new dye won't suck beans again. Oh, it didn't suck beans that time. That's a 28.
Wow.
Okay. You put this down in front of you, and you kind of think about Gibbs like dunking it in the water, and you're like, ridiculous. Your android hands move incredibly fast. The fingers kind of in ways working together in ways that a human's couldn't. You can use your pinky and your ring finger to grab something with the same dexterity that you can.
Look at me, so dexterous.
So actually, yeah, all you use is just these hands.
I'm
These
just
fingers.
going like this.
Yeah, again and again and again. But you immediately, the gun seems to almost fall apart in your hands, and you arrange it out perfectly, just setting everything up exactly where it needs to be. And you can see how, like, this is wet everywhere. As you take it apart, like, it's dripping down. Like, there's a little bit of gut still on the inside that kind of onto the table. But you could begin the process, and after about 2 hours, you're able to fix that thing up. You kind of get it to a
Great.
position where you imagine it's going to work.
I'm probably gonna walk into the cockpit and see him cleaning the gun.
Yeah, sure.
Can I watch how you do that? I've never seen anyone.
How far into this 2-hour process?
An hour in.
I do not care, and I continue to do it.
And so over time, you watch as this gun is disassembled, cleaned, and very carefully reassembled.
You're so cool, Shade. You like know how to do all these things, and you can fly a ship, and you're just a cool guy.
Thanks, you are also a guy, Bubs.
Oh, it's behind him.
You're also a guy. I like that.
I wish, like, I don't know, I knew how to do, like,
Microphone.
things how you did
there you
that. Like, even flying this ship, it looks so amazing. How do you even think how to do that? Like, the skills.
Well, I just do what I've been trained to do, which is to fly the ship. Do you need more specifics of how I fly the ship? Because first it would start by...
Oh, no, you don't have to explain everything. I mean, like, you know, like, just like, You ever just look in the stars and just kind of get lost in them?
I try not to get lost in the stars.
And as you look at it, it's just like clouds of space dust. You are on the drift.
I usually input coordinates before I begin traveling, so I don't get lost.
I don't mean like exactly getting lost. I mean like,
Are you trying to speak in metaphors?
well, yeah, kinda. I mean, I just think sometimes, it's just, the galaxy is so huge, and you just look at the stars, and then you feel so small, and then you
we
get
are all
overwhelmed.
small and insignificant in the grand scheme of our universe. What is your point?
I don't know, don't you ever feel like you just need something to make you feel less small in this universe?
I am entirely content with the fact that I am a small piece of this universe.
This is the part where the guts onto the ground.
I don't know if I'm content.
Well, the only person who can change that is you, Bubs. You're all small and insignificant in this universe, but you can find your own meaning and purpose.
I know what maybe my purpose is. When I look out in those stars, I think maybe there's something out there looking back at me, and that's my purpose.
Statistically speaking, there probably is something looking
Diligent.
relatively
Diligent.
close in your direction. Just based on, again, the vastness of the universe. People's lines of sight. Although, at such a distance, they probably wouldn't be able to see or know that you were also looking in that direction.
You're ruining the romance, Jade.
Yeah, you're probably
God damn
right.
it.
They're probably not thinking of me, but that's the thing about hope, though. I mean, you gotta hope.
Yes, you should usually hope in moments of desperation and fear. And it seems like you live your life in a healthy amount of fear.
Are you talking about my... Look, I've already explained this. I'm not germophobic. I'm just germ avoidant.
Okay, I'm not criticizing you or your choices to be hyper clean.
I'm gonna do like one of those anime like finger pointing together things.
No, you
Different.
Oh.
Different. There's a difference.
Oh, this is
What's the noise for this?
This is
Yeah.
the embarrassed.
Oh well.
I mean, are you good? Are you oohing Shade? Like,
You could be. Yeah, you could
are
be.
you
Don't ooh woo me in the cockpit.
I will say, there were people that said that she is a very attractive robot now. So,
Deathly pale skin.
I appreciate that. I mean, it's just... I know I'm a little bit, out there, persnickety, people have described me. But I like that, you take me as who I am.
Well, there's literally no other way that I could take you. You are
Is there
yourself.
a different way you can take him?
Is there anything else that I can do for you, Bubs?
And then I feel like a little bit like a rush of like, oh, am I impeding now?
Definitely.
No, nothing. There was a very good talk. Thank you. And then I'm just gonna walk out the door.
okay.
Once he leaves, I'm just gonna be like, light up his cigarette and be like, don't really know.
What just happened?
Yeah.
Humans.
Usually not caught off guard by much, but like, what the fuck was that?
Sure. So, the two of you have that interaction. You clean a gun. For the two of you, is there anything that you guys want to do for that day?
I was just looking at pictures of Nazma.
Okay.
I watched
She's
a guy.
doing for like
Spend some-
24 hours.
Spend some time in your bunk.
You
Just
read the
like-
book?
Yeah.
Going through.
I put.
Ooh.
I collected a lot of rations. My little cargo vest is sort of like bulging in like an uncomfortable way. So I empty out all of my stuff, throwing some of the like junk under the bed. I'm on the bottom bunk.
Yeah.
So like some of the like junk I have, like the wrappers I keep and like whatever, those all get thrown under my bunk. But I do unload rations, but keep a little bit for myself.
Okay, of course. So you kind of add them to the Smuggling Bay general food store.
Do you need to know how many, or can you? Are we just good?
We're good.
Okay.
So, a day passes. Give me one moment. Okay. So, a day passes. And as the ship smoothly drops from drift space, you having made a successful trip, you see the stars unfold around you once more, though the view screens darken significantly to protect you from the intense blue light of intrusion, the system star. Suddenly, as you are moving, you can see through this sort of sunscreen, you can see a bulky patrol craft kind of pull up alongside you. Give me 1 second here.
What planet are we on?
We are in
Vitruvian.
the Vitruvian system. We're at the Eclipse Mall, which I assume takes up the whole shit, right? Are we on a planet, or just it's the mall in the space?
Probably like a way station.
None of you have been
But
here, so
like-
you're going to find out.
Oh, good. There you go.
As the patrol craft lines up next to you, the comms sound. You're the one that answers it, Shade?
I'll answer it. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm in the
Find the name for
pilot
a ship.
seat still. So
So you look next to you and you can see gray with white stripes, this kind of fighter craft, like a patrol craft.
Mhm.
Blue lights kind of pulsing underneath.
not the same. Like
No, very different.
definitely not the one that I saw.
I'm not
Okay.
going to say definitely because you didn't get a good look at it, but it looks like a whole different kind of craft.
Okay.
So your comms ping, you answer them, and you hear, "Hello and welcome to the Eclipse Mall. Go ahead and transmit your transponder code so I can verify your identity and get you cleared to land."
Farron.
Excuse me for one moment.
Sure, let's go ahead and send it.
I'm going to cut communications for a second
Okay.
and run. Or actually, I'm here, so I'm gonna be like,
Ship
Thaddeus. Yeah, on the ship comm. Like, Thaddeus, we need a transponder code now.
You hear from back in the ship somewhere, "I'm on it." It's way off in the distance. You hear these quick
Thaddeus,
footsteps
can
that
you
just
teach me how to fucking make a transponder code?
You see him just like running by the room that you're in. He goes, "Yeah, later," and he just kind of runs up,
She follows him.
almost like slides to his bunk and like
I'm
pulls
gonna-
out
You
this
guys are in the
laptop.
cockpit.
Go back to the comms
Okay, sure.
and reestablish a link with this patrol unit.
Okay, yeah, you reestablish the link, no problem.
My
You sending
apologies.
those through?
Yes, they should be on the way
Oh, hang
momentarily.
on 1 sec. Actually, I think I got him. He pulls up, but you can kind of like see him fidgeting on the other end. All right, here, Kiri Magaku.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my
You're
god.
cleared to land at Bay E33. Enjoy your time at the Eclipse Mall.
Thank you.
see the ship just bang
Spice bursts out laughing.
Makaku.
Yeah, it's been so long trying to figure out what that was. That meme was just so hard to do.
That's what I
It
call my
was-
cat in real life.
It was just gibberish, so we like did that thing on the keyboard where you just like roll your hands across
Yeah.
it. That's what we did, and we're like, that's our name now.
Makaku.
Someday we'll get a real one.
We got a really lucky placement of vowels.
Yeah, it worked out really well for you. It's almost a word.
Yeah.
And it actually is a word in a different language, I think. There's several. So, gonna pull you guys in here. The bay that you come into is cool.
Foxy music.
Yeah.
Thank you. Climate controlled as you land without a problem. This is so different than the places that you've been previously. You can see all around you charcoal gray room with matte finish, bright lights from recessed fixtures overhead. As the ramp goes down, you feel like cold air-conditioned air come in. Vaguely sweet smelling. Who's exiting the ramp?
I think I would like go here and wait before everyone.
I'm exiting the ramp.
Make sure that I'm there before anyone leaves the ship, so
And-
we can like group up and not.
Spice walks by all of you and goes down.
I would stop
Gibbs-
you.
Okay.
Yeah, Gibbs is grabbing the dead body by its like ankle
Okay.
and is preparing to like just scurry along with it in tow.
So Thaddeus sees you
Yeah.
and goes, "Look, guys, all right, so I know, we had an idea that maybe I could just kind of get going. Is this a place where I could just kind of go? Do you guys need me anymore?"
Oh. Can you leave your gun, please? Is that okay? to
Can you
ask?
keep
Sure,
your
guns.
mouth
Well, I
shut?
know, but I'm not like
I
attached
don't
to
think
it.
you're in a position to ask.
I haven't
if he can
used
keep
it
his mouth
yet.
shut.
And so since you like
What, am I
used
gonna
it,
intimidate
I don't know if
her?
it's weird to ask for it
Kinda
back.
blew
No,
up
it's
the
fine. It's
spot
on the bed.
with-
Oh, okay.
Oh shit!
Thanks.
Yeah, it's already out.
So,
Kept out of that
so
because
I'm
of
staying
me.
with you guys, I'm gonna get going because this is a great place for me to stop. I can go pretty much anywhere.
Are you fond of us?
I don't.
Do you like me at least?
Make a diplomacy check.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Dirty 20, man.
Gibbs. You know,
Gibbs.
this has been a weird experience.
Oh,
me,
yeah.
Right? I had a job. You killed my boss.
It's all
and
right.
From what you said, I think you blew his head up with your brain.
No. But
That
maybe.
is what you said.
That is what I
was there
said.
for that conversation, so I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
But I don't want
can
you to remember it that
confirm
way.
For you that is what happened.
Unfortunately, that's kind of how memory works, is I'm going to remember what happened. But you know what, Gibbs? Even with that, you shared food with me. I shared food with you. You've been fair to me. you
I'm
know?
fond of you.
I don't know what her deal is. Kind of points at Spice. She's always telling me to shut up. I'm just here trying to help you guys out.
I know you shot my gun at people we didn't like. That's like plus 10 points in my bonus book.
Thank you.
Before you depart, you should let us know how to create a transponder code.
That's a little bit more than like a day. Okay, tell you what. What you're gonna want to do? I know a couple people here. I'm not gonna get in touch with them, but you might want to go on down to everything that glows. Okay, it's a bunch of Yosoki that run it. It's like a gadget shop. They'll be able to do it if they can't just sell you a transponder. Truthfully, I think they should be able to do that. But they're good people. You can, I'm sure, get pretty much most of what you need there, legal or otherwise. Truthfully.
Art? We have art. Are we giving art to Farron
Oh.
before he departs? Thaddeus?
I
We would have
think
talked about this
we
over the course of the day.
Oh, okay, sure.
But
Call it even without doing that. He
so we're not
gets
giving
to
him
leave.
art as he
gets
leaves.
to not be a bounty.
I slide him the survival knife I got from Black XX Taco guy.
Takes it and goes, "Thanks, Gibbs. I appreciate that."
You can at least mug somebody with this. Or
You
not.
know, I think probably I'm gonna, at the very least, not do that at the Eclipse. Have you not been to the Eclipse Mall?
No,
No.
please tell me about it. I don't think
Okay.
I'm going to fit in. There's
Listen.
a lot of bright lights.
No, but it's okay. you
Okay.
know? The Eclipse Mall is something for everybody. You know, there's if you want furniture, they got furniture. You want clothes, they got clothes. They have pretty much everything you can think of. 5,000 stores in total.
5,000?
It's a lot. It's a big place. They have a tram system that you can use to get around there. There's a few ones that for people like us. There's things that you want to be looking out for. So
Okay.
I already told you about everything that glows.
Everything
That's for
that
tech items. A couple of Yosoki folk in there. They'll help you out. If you need weapons, kind of looks at all of you guys. You definitely need weapons. I watched you fight. You want to go to the equity mandate market. For armor, I would go personally to DeGray Defensive Solutions, but really up to you. There's a couple armor shops. For drugs and medicinals, the Eclipse Apothecary, definitely the spot to go. There is no other apothecary. They kind of have a monopoly. And, what else do you guys need?
Do they have a house club?
Sorry, say it again.
Do they have a house club? Do you
House
know what a
club.
house club is?
I can't say that I'm familiar.
Never mind.
House was
No,
a
very
type of
different than
music
that.
from
Oh.
about
Very
200
different than
years
that.
ago. Oh.
No. Well, no, I can't think of any. It's
That's
not like
fine.
a music club. It's a mall.
Can we punch in your number into our wrist comm? And if you're ever in a pickle, ring me up. Well, at least mine. Zim,
Gibbs, let me
zim.
talk to you. Come over here. And he kind of motions you off to the side. He kind of leans in and goes, "Okay, now listen. I'm going to give you my number, but
Yeah.
you cannot give it to those chuckle fucks,
Right.
okay? Just
That's my
between you and
Right.
me." And he kind of types in a number.
Okay, I put in my wrist comm,
Yeah.
and I like close my ears, like hold them down with my hands, and I'll be like, "No one will know." And I go back to the chuckle fucks.
Okay. And he kind of watches you curiously and just goes, "Gibbs." And he walks down the ramp.
I'm gonna be peering from like right here, next to the bunking area, just because I'm a little bit like standoffish, kind of scared of this guy.
Yeah.
Especially even though I basically murdered his boss and his coworker.
Sure.
I just don't know how my interaction will be with him. So I'm just like doing that little peeking like.
Ooh woo!
You see the back of the yellow head just
Maybe.
going down the
Yeah.
back, and he leaves.
And
Gives you ooh-wooing
Everybody,
Bubs.
damn, with
I'm
the
gonna-
eyes over here.
I'm
All
gonna
right, all right,
walk
Gibbs.
in
I mean,
as
not Gibbs, Bubs.
Bubs. Same thing.
as he leaves and go, oh, he's gone, right?
Yeah. I said goodbye for all of us.
Oh, good. That was
Hey, he gave us some cool places to go, but first Crane store with dead body guy. Crane store.
Yeah,
I believe.
Bubs, Shade, you take them. I'm gonna take the Isoki. And then he grabs your hand.
Where? Why?
We're gonna
We're
go.
going shopping, please.
Okay, well, don't.
Bye.
I wanted for once.
Oh,
Don't.
I'm so nervous.
I leave the
Don't
dead body. Wait, do I
cause
drag the dead
any-
body?
No, I told them
Oh.
to take care of
I
it.
see.
Oh,
Don't
and the
cause any-
prototype. As she yells behind her shoulder.
Don't cause any problems.
We're out. We're gone.
Bye.
We'll meet back at the ship in an hour.
I'm gonna turn to Shade and go, what is with girls and malls? I don't get it.
I
So-
don't know. I don't prescribe to gender norms of humans. It all doesn't matter to me. None of that matters to me. I don't care. And I'm gonna start walking.
What a great way
I'm
to
gonna
start
pick
your
the body
boys'
up.
trip.
I'm gonna take the body. I want to leave this here and lock down the ship. Make sure that it's like clear before we take the 10,000 credit worth thing.
Corpse through the mall.
Yeah, I gotta
Do we have,
disguise
like,
it
body
somehow.
bags?
I'm sure I
You
have
don't-
probably.
so
a
you
tons
guys
of
just took
bags.
this ship and then left. There's
Yeah.
very few supplies aboard.
Well,
it.
it's like a bounty, right?
Gibbs's bunk would have a backpack in it. A nice
You're
backpack.
gonna
Can we
cut
put a
him
body in a
Didn't he have a
backpack?
You can at least throw the head in a
He
backpack.
had-
There's no
he had
head.
a backpack.
Yeah, it was his
There's no
backpack
head.
that's in
Yeah.
Gibbs' bunk because
Oh, okay.
Gibbs scavenged the body.
Would he fit in the backpack?
Is there a rug?
If you were to
I'm not
break
bringing
him
a
and
rug.
fold him, you might be able to do that. It's a big backpack, so it's designed.
Yeah,
to
it's
be a
like
that backpack.
Fold him up.
You can certainly try make an
Well, there's, like,
make an
knee.
athletics check, please.
He's got no head, so it'll fit
Yeah, he
better.
doesn't have a head.
Can I assist him?
Sure.
Athletics check?
5.
That's pretty good.
I want my backpack back.
Athletics.
Okay.
23.
Add 10 for me.
Okay, so you get a bag and you're like, all right, Bubs, can you just start this process? You give him the bag, you walk away to go find other
Like
things
have
to
him
use.
hold it open for the
You
trash
come
bag.
back and Bubs has like the bag down and he's trying to push the head into like the shoulder space into the bag and it's not really going. You can't really figure it out. And then you come over and you're like, you go, you
It's like,
step
here,
right where
you
the
hold-
waist is. You take the legs and you just snap it in half.
I was gonna say just like you hold the bag open and then I just like pick up the body and kind of like slam it closed like a book and just-
The little bits of dry
stuff
blood
it
still
in.
in the corpse just onto the ground, kind of gunky and mostly congealed. But you stick that into the
Did
backpack.
we find any identifying features on him?
Oh,
Nope.
why?
I literally didn't.
Identification, anything?
There's probably in his pants.
No.
I'm gonna kind of open up the bag again, kind of like I'm
The
digging
way
into
he's
the
folded
bottom
is
of the
just his
bag.
butt right in
Yeah.
there. So for all intents and purposes, to Bubs, it looks like you're just reaching between the cheeks. But,
Oh my god!
I'm gonna
make
look
a
for
perception check.
looking for like some form of ID so that we
Sure,
can
make-
like
make a
actually
perception
get the
check.
credit. Ooh, that's an 11.
An 11. So at first you're like, all right, you're kind of reaching in there. He's folding in half. You're getting blood on your hands. It doesn't bother you that much. And then you're like, wait, oh, rigor mortis is set in. You kind of keep moving your hands around. You don't find any identification.
Okay.
You find anything?
No.
Oh.
Let them go first.
Yeah, go for
I
it.
suppose we should just bring the body and then the proof will be when we show them Project Cuttlefish.
You locked out the cord. No worries. So,
Yeah, I think that would be fine.
Shut the bag, put it on my arm.
You know,
it's like a heavy bag,
Yeah.
but you can get it on.
I'm sure maybe like, you know, he might have some biometrics or fingerprints
I'm sure that
or
they
something.
can do DNA analysis if they need to. Gonna like go lock down the ship,
Okay.
make sure it's airtight so that no one's gonna like come on and steal the valuable things that we have.
Absolutely. Now, Spice, you were the first person to walk down, and as you reach the door first, there is a touchpad. As you go to touch it, a little document comes up. It indicates that that up to 2 people can place their hands on this to register the ship to them within this. So whoever puts their hands here, they're
That's
the only
Spice.
people.
Spice puts both her hands on it.
So you
Her
see
left
2
hand and her
spots.
right hand.
Gibbs isn't paying attention. Gibbs is like looking down. So you just put both your hands on. You see this little thing go across, and then confirm. The door open. You see on the little screen, you see -200 as 200 credits are withdrawn from your account to pay for docking fees, but to Mosaic's account, really. And it opens up to the mall. You can see in front of you long space. You're like on the side of it, 2 levels. You can see there are like escalators that go up, although they're not mechanical. They're like these little hover paths that kind of go up and down. There are elevators here and there, the old boring mechanical kinds. Missed it. And you extend out. The first shop that you see actually across the way is DeGray Defensive Solutions, and then next to that there's a toy store, clothing store. There's literally every store that you could think of. So as the 2 of you emerge into the mall, where are you going?
Where are we going?
So what do you want, babe? Let's go buy it.
I need to go to Staples. The space equivalent of Staples.
Sure.
I don't know what it is.
I know, I'm thinking about it.
Okay. So I like look on one of those directories and I just smudge it up as I like type on the little, like the info thing, but it's like AI driven and it's like, in the malls when you go and it's like a map, but it's like on a computer screen.
So very particularly, there is it's not a computer screen. It's like an old-fashioned lit from within mall directory.
Yes.
It's almost like a memorial though, because it's huge, and this mall has close to 5,000 stores in it.
Yeah.
So it's you could like jog to the other end. It's a long map.
So I just drag my spongy little hands all over this thing and I'm looking for the directions for the closest paperwork store, also very antique.
Okay.
And
So-
I find the instructions, I assume.
Sure. So the thing that you're probably looking at
Yes.
is just like a raw goods store.
Yep.
Would be for paper, and the thing that comes to mind is something that says GG Easy. That's the store name.
Great.
You can see it's
I love it.
located maybe like a 10-minute walk to the left.
I book it
Okay.
with Spice in tow.
Okay.
I let you hold on to my tail if you want to, but if you don't have to, then we're good.
So you guys start running down the mall. There are people there, all different kinds of aliens. You do see a lot of humans, a lot of these kind of 4-limbed humanoid creatures. You actually spoke with one as a bartender.
Yes, I
They have
remember.
these kind of coverings over their mouths. Tons of different people. Lashunta, you see Shiren, you see like a strange looking like jellyfish thing that floats through the air as if with nothing suspending. But without any real trouble, you make it to GGEZ, which, when you get to the sign, reads GG's Exchanges with a C.
Nice.
We'll get back to that in a moment. The 2 of you kind of get to the bottom just in time to see Spice go, and then accepted, and the door opens, and she walks out with the Yosoki in tow. Where are you guys going?
Can I lock down the ship, or is it
Yeah,
now
yeah.
registered in?
So that is to open the
Doubly
docking bay.
Oh, okay.
You can lock the ship down fine.
Okay.
The docking bay can only be opened by Spice, because Spicy's both their hands.
Nice.
Can I hack it to fix that?
So as you approach, all that the screen reads is "Have a nice time, enjoy the Eclipse Mall." It doesn't say anything else. So make a flat intelligence check.
I'm just like, oh, Captain, my
She doesn't
Captain.
even know what she did.
Flat intelligence?
Yeah.
Where's my intelligence? I'm pretty smart.
Under
I'm a
character
robot. I'm a robot. My intelligence is whatever the intelligence. I think
It
it's
should
plus
be.
4.
It's right up there.
It's in the top left corner
no.
of your sheet.
Yeah,
Or
it's
in
a
Starfinder.
plus 4. Yeah. Yeah, it's a plus 4.
There it is,
I
yeah.
told you it was a plus 4. It's a 16.
16.
Yep,
You kind of
plus
take a
4
look
intelligence.
off
I'm
to
a
the
smart.
side.
I'm a smart robot.
You look over to the side. You see the screen.
I have a
and
plus 4.
You know that there should
I like a
probably be
-1.
some kind of locking mechanism.
No
but
die.
Spice and Gibbs have already gone on. They probably dealt with it. Not a big deal. You just kind of keep on moving to the rest of the mall.
Okay.
You emerge out into this wide swath of stores. You can see dozens in this huge map, maybe 20 feet off to your right.
I'm gonna go look at the map to find where the crane where our drop point was.
Sure.
The crane.
It's
Crane
a
store.
large shop.
Crane
It's a
store.
2-story shop, so it takes up both floors on the area that
The
it is.
Best Buy.
Not
a sponsor.
Similar. Not a sponsor.
Damn it.
So, yeah, that's you find no problem.
We're going there right away.
Yes, we should go there right away. I have a dead body in my backpack.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
People are walking by you right now, so I'm just seeing, if people hear that, because that would definitely cause a stir.
I'm pretty quiet generally, and
Yeah.
also like. I'm also still kind of like, what the fuck?
As I see like people walking by, probably like, some youth and stuff, I
Hey, fellow
Hey, I'm 21 now.
Hey, fellow
My
youths.
name's Bubs.
I drank my first beer the other day.
got shot.
I'm so much older than you.
Shade,
Yes.
did you ever hang out at malls?
When you were being built?
Do I have any memories of ever hanging out in any malls?
Make an intelligence check.
15?
15?
Yeah.
You kind of think about it, and
I'm like doing the Google search in my brain. Like, malls.
History.
in your brain is the files like, yeah, nothing about malls. You know what malls are. The Eclipse Mall, I would say, you have a little bit of information about because it is the largest mall in
Yeah.
the galaxy. And so, very specifically, to give you guys an idea as to what this looks like, when you entered, and I totally skipped this description, my fault. When you entered, the planet itself is a gray planet scorched by this hot blue star close by. The mall
Sexy blue
itself
star.
is built into a ravine in this planet. There is like a field over top that when your ship kind of passes through to get to the dock, it kind of seals the energy in behind it and seems to provide climate control as well. But looking up, you can just see space. It's very cool.
So we're kind of like in a canyon of space.
Yeah.
Space canyon.
Stores off on either side.
And force field up above
Yes.
as like the skylight.
Yeah, and you can see
Skylight.
almost looking like a glass skylight, but you can see that it like shimmers and flickers here and there.
Okay, cool. It's got like an open air quality.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Atrium.
Great aesthetics.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I have never. No. No. I just keep walking.
I've never really, I've seen people do it in like movies and shows, and I think I've like gone to like small scale stores, but I've never it looks like everyone's having fun here.
Yeah, you look around, you can see groups of kids in brightly colored clothing, families. You see a tiny little lizard creature with 6 arms skitter by, robots, androids, all kinds of things. But certainly there's a feeling of fun in the air.
When we complete our mission, we can have some fun. How does that sound?
That'd be so great. I want to do something fun. I've never really done a lot of fun.
Noticed.
What would we even do? I mean, Shade, picture yourself like if you were like younger and like you and we were friends. We would do something.
Oh my god.
What would we do?
I would drink.
I can drink
Yes, you just turned 21, so maybe we can go drink or something.
at a bar. Yeah, let's go to a bar. That'd be cool.
There are
Let's
5,000
go to
shops in
a
this
bar.
mall, so we can find something where you will have fun.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to a
Yes,
bar.
After
Yeah.
we complete the mission and get the credits necessary to have fun, because currently we are in the red, as they say.
You can see Bub's kind of like, he's like this cool guy now. He's like kind of walking with a little bit of like a
Swagger.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, boys going to the bar. We're cool.
I
I'm
like
walking
that.
normally.
Make a charisma check.
14.
It's pretty cool.
Boys going to the bar.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
take
yeah. I was say boys
Not
walking.
trying to be
Yeah.
charismatic,
Bubs,
and
cool.
I still have a 13.
Okay. You walk through the mall, feeling a little more than averagely cool. Every now and then, people kind of turn and watch you walk, especially as you're a pretty tall human in a robot.
I'm wearing my armor too, so it's kind of cool.
Interesting point to you, though, Bubs. As you're walking, you feel pretty cool, but you're realizing a lot of people are really looking at Shade. And it's not like a cool look. People seem a little surprised sometimes. Not everybody, but here and there, you kind of see people just kind of watch Shade go by.
It's because of the dead body in my I
It's because of the
swear.
smell
Yeah.
of this like
Wafting.
2-day-old dead
Why
body.
does
Store that
that
you
robot
guys-
smell like dead body?
The store that you guys are going to is about 700 feet away, so it's going to take you a second to get
Okay.
there. The two of you arriving at the raw goods shop can enter. It's like a really, really large, almost warehouse-style room, although there is like a counter up near the front, not attached to anything freestanding. And you can see a Kalo. This is somebody with skin of seafoam green, wearing a short black wetsuit that hugs her arms, torso, and legs. Though through the arms, you can see like there's slits for these large bat-like wings that go down to almost her shins.
Wow, cool.
She's wearing like a diver mask almost, but much closer to the face, a little smoother. And you can see underneath that bulging green eyes. Inside the mask, there's liquid, and you see little bubbles coming up softly. She seems very calm, and she just kind of turns to you. There's a lot of people in the store kind of drifting around, and she says, "Welcome to Gigi's. Could I help you with anything?"
Can you direct me to paper goods, please?
Absolutely.
Lyle.
We can fetch some for you.
Oh.
What would you like?
I once saw these sticky notes that looked like dogs' butts with a little butthole. Do you
Like
have,
a quirky
did you have a corgi butthole sticky note?
Specifically a corgi.
No, any dog or animal will do.
Any
I'll see what I
butthole.
Go ahead, roll a d100.
A D100. Ooh.
We have this variety
Where
of
did
buttholes.
You see she waves a hand, and you can see one of the people kind of drifting around amongst the different things, looks up and nods, and kind of heads off into the back.
64.
64 different buttholes.
She turns to you, Spice. And what about you? Is there anything that you're looking for?
Buttholes. for
She
my
kind of
house.
like looks up and down and said, "You wouldn't be able to help me."
Apologies. Would you like to see a manager?
No, I'm fine.
Very well.
Buttholes, please.
Interesting. Even as you say that, you see this human kind of running up. He's wearing like a tunic, pretty standard, like almost like a navy, but there's a weird purple hue to it. He's just wearing like jeans. And he runs. He's like a Amazon Prime warehouse worker essentially.
He's got a pedometer on.
He's holding two different pads of paper, and he kind of holds them out. Gigi takes them, nods, thanks, and turns and goes, "Well, it appears that we do have a corgi butt." He kind of holds it up, and you can see it's the cheeks with a little floof out, and
Yeah.
then just dead center, a little X. We also have a husky, if that is interesting to you.
How much for both?
For both, just 10 credits.
Do you take credit?
We take credits.
I have a credits card.
A credit stick, yes.
Yes.
Where are you from?
Where are you from? I can't answer that for you. Akaton?
No, Joe, I texted you being like, you haven't given me a
You're
planet
from
name.
Akaton, I assume.
Fun
'cause
fact.
That's where you suck you from.
Planet 38. The
What planet
unnamed
did I from?
planet.
I literally texted you asking because I knew it was going to come up.
Petrus.
Gibbous?
Petrus. P-E-T-R-U-S.
Petus.
Not Petus. Gee, that was a name I gave you guys 3 years ago as a minor NPC. Let it go.
Petrus! Please.
Stop naming things after it.
I'm sorry, what did you ask? I got distracted.
She asked me where I was from, and I said if she takes a credit stick because I want to pay with Mosaic's money.
They have credit sticks on Petrus. It's a very evolved society.
It wasn't always, and they ruined it.
Alright, so Spice just hands whatever.
Okay.
Get whatever. Gigi?
You kind of pull
Gigi.
this. You pull your
The-
credit
the
stick
credit
out.
stick
she-
off.
Yeah.
Okay.
It blips and you 10 credits come off your balance.
Great. I expect a bag with the two little sticky note pads. I
Okay.
want like the
You
plastic
stand there
bag.
for a second and she goes, "Would you like a bag?"
Yes.
She turns and picks up this little bag.
Those
It's
were
very,
the
very
sticky
small.
notes.
And you stick the sticky notes in it. It says on one side GG and on the other side EZ.
I put it on my wrist and I wear it like a wristlet.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Where to now, Spice? Where do you want to go?
Where I want to go, we gotta save for later. But let's go to.
We could go to everything that glows.
We could go to everything that glows, or we could go to Equity Mandate Market. If I wrote that down right.
You want-
The weapon shop.
Yeah.
Weapons?
Yeah, that feels right.
Yeah, you guys
Oh,
can-
rock, paper, scissors, you for it.
Alright. So if I win, we go to Equity Mandate.
And if I win, we go to everything that glows.
Alright, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ah!
Right.
Ah! Ah!
And
Too
then
much
Gibbs
celebration.
gets to like dash down on all fours.
Spice, like,
I
walks
go to
after her.
I have to go back to the big map
Yeah.
because I've never
So
been
you
here
run back
before.
to that, and Spice, interestingly, as you light up the cigarette, you're aware of this little thing that hovers near you, and you look, and it's like a little ashtray that follows you as you go.
Oh, fancy.
Ooh.
That's so cool.
Fancy.
And so as it drops in, you see the bottom of the ashtray opens, and it's like atomized. Still staying clean, kind of near you. Very nice little ashtray.
Cool.
Fancy. That is fancy.
They try to keep things clean in 2250.
I like that.
Yeah,
So,
that's dope.
I like
Back
that.
to the two of you, heading over to the crane store. On the first floor, as you approach, you can see it is a two-story storefront, although only one floor. It's just a huge overhead ceiling.
Okay.
There's a sheer glass front with a single glowing white origami crane glowing over steel girders. There is no name, but everybody knows the crane symbol. Very similar to another glowing white symbol in other stores.
The Apple Store, but worse.
I don't know what you're talking about. But, not sponsored. This is the crane store from Jacinto Corporation.
Okay.
Walking in, the air is suddenly air conditioned, just a touch on the dry side, but piped in with smells of silver needle point tea, bergamot, white tea leaves, pico, ginger lily, mahogany, teakwood. It is soft yet elegant. You can see up and down several long chrome benches, which have been various computers and high-tech gadgets neatly arrayed. You can see several attractive humans walking around in silver polo shirts with white origami.
Silver
cranes over
what?
their breasts.
Silver polo shirts.
Does
They're-
Spice notice that?
No, we're
You
not
guys
there.
are
Ah,
part of
shit.
that.
We're going
Silver
to
polo shirt,
everything
white
that goes.
origami crane over the breasts, wearing dark purple pants.
Mm.
However, somebody a little different approaches you. You see blonde hair parted on the sides, small scar obvious on the very squared chin, and a little bit of a lopsided smile. And he approaches you and goes, "Well, well, well, if it isn't Mosaic Team 5. I read all your dossiers, although only 2 of you here. There's
Yes.
supposed to be 5, but not a big deal. Not a big deal. Let's see, you, Adam, right? We have Adam, surprisingly
Yeah,
slim
Adam
profile
Price.
on you. I was kind of impressed by that. You spent some time on Prime Station. I was able to investigate a little bit. I'm interested to know what brought you bounty hunting.
Oh well, you know how these things happen. You know, you get mixed up with a couple of people, and then all of a sudden you find your true calling, and you realize, hey, you know what? I'm good at it. Why not?
All right, so just going out a little bit on an
Yeah.
adventure. I understand. You guys have Spice and Gibbs with you somewhere, of course, and then as I live in Raspberry, and he kind of walks over to you. Oh boy, I feel like a little boy at Giftmas. Now I know you don't remember this, but the organics belong to a lockout pilot that I just hugely admire. Maybe this isn't really professional, but do you mind if I just kind of got a picture with you?
I do not care.
Kind of
Can
leans
we-
in and goes, and just like takes the picture,
I'm just kinda like-
leans back out. Oh, I can't wait to see.
I'm gonna whisper to him. He's so cool, right?
Yeah, do you know who this is that you're talking to?
I mean, as I live and breathe, I mean, I don't know him, but I mean, look at him.
Can
I can't
we-
really get into specifics about organics in there.
Finish the exchange.
Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. As a fan, it's hugely important. I'm going to put this on all my socials, on the Visage page and Blooper and Reddit.
As I said before, I do
Sorry,
not
I'm
care.
very sorry. Apologies and thank you for that. Anyways, I brought a dolly and everything. Kind of gestures. You see this flat thing. Kind of looks like a large Roomba on the ground. So where's the prototype?
Well, we have brought the body of
Why did you bring? It's in the backpack.
Yeah.
Come. And he kind of like walks into the store, gesturing you to follow. He leads you into a back room, away from the crowds, just kind of going, "All right, you brought the body in a backpack.
Yes.
It wouldn't fit in that. I've met this man.
Well, would you like to see it? Because
You know, actually, not really.
Well, it's not the whole body. It's missing the head.
Yeah. Again, don't want to know anything about that. Appreciate you finding the prototype. Can I have that?
yes, we left it on the ship due to the delicate and dangerous nature of it.
Very well. I can send some people to come by and pick it up. What bay are you all staying at?
We are in E37.
All right.
I
He turns around. You guys are in E33.
Oh, I was so close.
Pulls up one of these guys who comes
Let's
running
stay
up. Trevor, can you just go ahead and go to E37 and take the
E33.
doll? You're picking up a. You're not there. You're picking up a prototype. It's gonna have a. You know the one. And Trevor just nods.
I meant to say the right one. I just don't have it written down.
Fair enough. I thought you were purposely saying.
No. I was actually trying to get him to do the right.
Trevor's running away, and the guy just goes, "Trevor, it's actually 33, not 37. My mistake." And
Yeah,
Trevor
your
just kind of nods.
Is this
and goes, "That's
Lydell?
okay."
Are you talking to Lydell?
This is Lydell.
Okay.
Yeah.
He says, "By the way, name's Lydell. Pleasure to meet all of you. When we get this prototype back, we can attribute payment to you directly or to Mosaic. How does that work? How do you do business? We haven't worked with you previously."
Typically, funds would go to our advisor, Peep. However,
We're going to go ahead and send it straight to Mosaic's corporate account then. Not a big deal.
But what?
Wonderful. Let me just say, it's great working with a group of professionals like all of you.
certainly.
Adam, you know, your file is squeaky clean and really strange in my business to find people who kind of have that. Could you
He's
tell
a
me a bit about yourself?
hypochondriac, so
Well, you know how it is. I was born on I think it was a Prime Station.
Yeah, it was
but,
Prime Station.
But you know, I was gonna be, you know, professional butler, you know, 'cause I live to clean, you know, but
Make a bluff check.
can I aid him with this by just being like, yes, he's a hypochondriac. He does
Probably
enjoy
not,
cleaning.
unfortunately.
a
He is
9.
squeaky clean.
He does like to clean. In fact,
Okay.
so much so
-1.
that it makes me
Okay.
sick.
You can see the eyes go up and down. He's going to go, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say that's not what happened. But you know what? I can respect some privacy, Adam. Although I'm beginning to suggest or suspect that that's not your real name. Good to look into.
Well, he
And
goes
you,
by Bubs,
Shade,
typically.
you know, you were a pretty awesome human
What?
once. Do you consider yourself human?
I consider myself a synthetic humanoid.
So,
Which is
you
what
know,
my
just in
designation
general,
is.
though, and, you know, all the politics that happen around here, would you, let's say, you know, you had to throw in with me, or he kind of looks out, like, through the door, through the store, you can see this huge, like, brick-like red dude. He's like, or like one of those guys, if it came down to it, would you find yourself on the side of humanity?
Well, I would choose sides depending on the situation, but if you're talking about strictly physical structure, a portion of my physical components are recycled from human parts. So, though I hold no affinity to them, I would feel more physically similar to those who are also human than to what is this race that I'm looking at here?
Trash
Make
compactor.
Oh
a
God.
sciences check.
It's the Wally, but worse.
Oh man, it was such a slow roll.
Yeah, it
for
was
that one.
Dooped over.
It's a 5.
5, no idea. Brick
To
guy.
that brick-like species over there.
Turns over and goes, yeah. Well, that's good to know. I do wish that Gibbs and Spiceware had some questions I wanted to ask, and the
They
company
went
was really interested.
Shopping.
On the Eclipse Mall. I'll tell you what, if you could
Yes.
tell them to come by, I do have a question for each of them, just in terms of thinking about, you know, some of the opportunities that might be available for you guys down the line. I mostly stick around the Eclipse Mall, but we need some help every now and then, and Jacinto certainly, from time to time, could use folks with, kind of turns back to you, Bubs, a delicate sense for things that they don't want to get out, let's say.
Yeah.
Anyways, do send them by if you get a chance.
We will try
It's
our
Adam,
best.
by the way.
Sure. Whenever you get a chance, send it by, and we'll be in touch.
That works. Do we also receive the 50 credits for the body?
Well, as soon as we get the prototype back, yeah, I'm sure we will. And suddenly, you hear this little ding, and he kind of picks this up. Hey, Trevor. Locked. Would you be able to go back and unlock the cargo bay? It's 100,000 credits. It's a pretty short walk. I mean, I know it's a
not
long
that.
mall.
Our captain has registered the ship dock twice.
Why?
I ask myself that every day.
So you're saying Spice, if I know correct, she's from Castrovel, right?
Mhm.
Lashunta?
Yes.
She used to kind of roll with the GPF, I hear. Is that true? Do you know anything about that?
Do I know anything about that?
I haven't heard anything.
I have not heard anything about that.
Interesting. Yeah, I'd definitely like to talk to Spice if it was possible. But thank you for meeting with me personally, and once the prototype is in our hands, we'll make sure you get the money. And for the 50 credits, of course, he looks at the backpack. And you can see there's like staining along the bottom. He's like, I'm confident that we won't be seeing Peter Aguanga again.
Well, unless you open the bag.
Yeah, again, I don't want to know anything about that. What I will recommend, on the second level, there's a trash compactor just up the escalator around the corner. That bag probably should make its way into that trash compactor.
You are sure you don't need to identify the body before we
I don't know what you're talking
given
about,
the
but
credits.
no, I don't need to see your backpack. Thank you.
Fair enough. Could you direct us to a shop that may be interested in purchasing fine art?
Fine art.
Yes.
I'm a little bit of a collector. What kind of fine art? Are you buying or selling?
We are selling, as a matter of fact. On the ship as well, we have a few pieces of modern sculptures.
Do you have pictures or anything like that?
Just Spice's Instagram feed with selfies with it over the last
Yeah, I guess could I
4 days.
check in with the comm, go scroll through and be like, let's see, Spice
So you
has an
pull up
Instagram.
it's visage page.
Visage
You
page.
pull up.
Check out
Hers
Spice's
is
visage page.
absurd.
I'm just standing there, but
It's
my
so
eye
you're,
kinda
you checked yesterday, 2 days ago. You still have to scroll 3 times to get to today. Spice updates a lot.
okay.
But yeah, you can see a couple of pictures. One, Spice's legs are hooked up, one upside down, the little peace sign. There's a whole bunch of different things that are set up
Okay.
there. So you show the sculpture.
Project the images out.
Okay, so what I'm really seeing here, I actually recognize that one, and that's Stoll. The only reason that I happen to know that is because it's a mass-produced piece of art that's put in lobbies and space stations all across the galaxy. I don't need one of those. I think actually there might even be 2 of them in the Eclipse Mall, so I'm going to pass.
So you're
The
not
other
interested.
things, no.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you just a little bit of a hint between us. Don't go to a fine art shop to sell those.
Okay. Fair enough.
GG easy it is.
Well, I think that concludes our business then.
Thank you very much, and I imagine we'll be in touch.
That sounds excellent. Thank you. And I'm gonna leave.
I'm
the shop.
tugging his arm.
Oh, I'm
as
gonna
to
take
go.
take the bag up to the trash and just throw it in the trash.
As you walk out the shop, you're going to hear, Adam.
Yeah. I do one of those checks where I forget it's my name now.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh yeah.
Wherever you go next, just make sure that you find a safe haven, okay, buddy?
My face is just gonna slowly just lose
What is that
all
I'm
all color.
Have a good day. And he
even
kinda
more
turns
so
and
now. I'm
the door
what
shuts
the
behind
Who
you.
are
Bugs?
you?
What the
We're
fuck
not
is
there.
up
We
with
got
you,
no shit
Bugs?
idea.
I don't care about most things, but you're really sketching me out, Bubs. Giving me your uwu faces and gotten
This
a bunch
is
of
Matt
different
speaking.
names.
Meanwhile, as you guys stand there with Bubs chilled and Shade kind of what's going on?
I think after we left, I would start looking for the everything that glows to go
Okay.
to go
Sure, no
try to
problem.
find a transponder for us.
And we're going to zip over there right now. So the 2 of you, after rushing over to the mall, you rush over to everything that glows on the 2nd level. And as you enter, Gibbs, first of all, your nose there's a familiar-ish smell. Familiar in the way that only distant relatives can be familiar. As you step in, you can see, you would recognize Chip and Crumb, your mothers, brothers, uncles, grandfathers.
way!
married in with the Petra system, mother-in-law's daughter's great-granddaughter's son.
Twice
Ship
removed.
and Crumb, technically it's 6 times removed. But Ships and Crumb stand amidst these millions of different like broken bits. It's a huge mess, a little bit more organized than your space is. You would know their mother is Strata. But you can kind of see suddenly Spice, as you look, you see Gibbs's nose go up, and you see the other 2 Yosokis behind the counter, their nose just go up. And you can see Chip turns to Crumb and goes, "Hey, do you smell some things?" And you can see Crumb turns and just goes, "Of course I smell some things. It's families!" And they turn, they start looking around, and suddenly it's like, zoop, they zoom in, and they go bounding over, and Crumb just goes, "Oh, no, you smell kind of bad still." But Chip just runs in and just embraces you. And you can just, it's again just like all the kind of like Yosoki rubbing up against you, like the scent share.
In a circle.
We're gonna become a rat king. Oh no!
Hi!
What
Our
are you
tails are
doing
caught
here?
together.
I've been traveling. Obviously, Petrus is not place to be right now.
I mean, it's a little cleaner than we tends to like it, but it's okay.
No, so clean. There's no food. No food.
They kind of look at each other and go, Gibbs, there's foods, you just needs to orders it.
No. Used to be big trash pile, now small trash pile, then no trash pile.
You see Chips just goes, you know that she's against the progress. And Crumb just goes, okay, well, you know, if you think about it like that, yeah, of course that's not how you want it to be, but, you know, things change, Gibbs. You got to change with the times.
No, I know, but Tobin, Dusk, and Wicket, all's us went, and it was just fire and inferno and squishy trash compactors, and then no food. And there was like 400 and then 300, and now I left 60 days ago, 40 days ago, 122.
Only?
Only.
You see they turn to each other a little bit concerned. Well, we could be sending some monies to the family.
Yes,
We could do
please.
that. That'll help.
Yes.
Crumb just goes over and goes, I'm on it. And he just scampers over. You can see like stuff everywhere as he like all 4 limbs over the table and scampers into like a back room.
And I pull out my comm and refresh my Venmo account, looking
Okay.
for the credits for the guys, because I know
No credit.
I send credits soon, too, as well.
What's do you need?
Oh, I look at Spice. What new friend, Spice?
Turns to you. Hi, Spice. And kind of like this little Yosoki paw goes
She like
out.
reaches out.
Kind
Hi.
of shakes it. Kind of like a dusty
Excitedly.
gray color underneath this kind of spacesuit.
I assume they're
draws back
children.
up.
Are they children?
No. They're full-size Yosoki.
Oh,
but, you know,
shit,
they're like,
okay.
they're probably, in terms of
Misjudged.
humans' age, they're like in their 20s. They're pretty
Oh,
young.
okay.
But like low, like 22, 23.
Okay.
They, so Crumb, who's still out here, kind of looks around and just kind of goes, so what's do you need?
Transponder,
Transponder. Guns.
guns.
Oh, we don't really do guns, but we do. Kind of looks around. There's nobody else in the store right now. So you want the transponders, but the problem is if you don't have ones, it's illegal to take another one.
Spice, her theme is street rat. So is there something I can do to ignite that theme?
Yeah, absolutely. So, as a street rat, kind of knowing this is something that's illegal, the fact that this Yosoki is telling you about it still means that they're probably still willing to sell it to you.
Okay.
It really comes down to, what you're offering. However, Crumb turns to you and goes, Gibbs, this can really bring some troubles down on the stores. So, do you really need a transponders? Couldn't you just take one off another ship?
So we got a ship, but it's squeaky clean. It's weird, and we didn't really steal it. It was given to us, and I don't quite know what to do because it was
Gibbs,
built.
do you have a ships?
I has a ship.
You?
Well, my team. I'm now in a team.
Mosaic
nods
Team
back.
5, and she
The
does
tail-
like the
tail goes
pose.
down.
Sorry.
Goes, no, it's okay.
I try.
That's still really cool, though.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
I'm sorry. I don't want to cause trouble, and there's so much trouble already. I'm sure there's another store that would sell us a transponder for sure.
Make a diplomacy check.
So I will walk away.
That will.
Natural 20
Oh.
plus
Fine.
8 because I'm freaking intelligent,
Diplomatic.
very
Yeah,
diplomatic.
charismatic.
No, it's intelligence.
Oh, is
It's an
it?
instat, yeah, and I'm very intelligent for Yusoki. I
Crumb
assume.
goes, no, I don't want yous to be getting in trouble either. 1 second. And he kind of scampers over. He sees like this android and a human approaching, and he goes, sorries, we're closed. And he shuts the door and kind of turns the sign around and locks it. The two of you now locked out in the mall. He kind of the curtain over the door and kind of scampers back. Okay, so 1 second. And
Okay.
he kind of scampers into the back again. You hear him just
I give
go,
you like a thumbs up because you're like so third party to this, and I'm like, we're good.
Chips. And you hear Chips go back, what? Well, I'm just getting everything put together. And he goes, Chips, we need to get the stuff. And you hear him just like hesitate and go, the stuff? He goes, yeah, the stuff, it's for Gibbs. And so you hear scrappering and moving and all that kind of stuff. And then this kind of, and they pull out together this big blanket with a couple different things on it. Okay, Gibbs, you have to promise you're not going to tell anybody about this.
Pinky promises.
Okay, and you guys make a quick pinky promise.
And then like at the same time, our tails wrap around
Yeah,
each
of
other because
course,
it's
yeah.
like the family thing to do.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
The tail wraps around. You can see Crumb just goes, oh, me too. And he kind of goes in. So you
Three-way,
guys-
triple,
yeah,
pinky
pinky
promise,
promise, tail
tails,
wrap.
everything. Yeah, it's real gay.
For you,
That's
Spikes,
how you
all
get
of
a
sudden
rat
it's like
king.
this.
That is how you get a rat king.
There's a quick second where you guys have to like pull it. And like, okay.
It's why
Wait,
you
go
trust
this
each
way,
other
go
to
this
do
way.
it.
You know, our cousins got their tails stuck together like that one time.
Then it must have been a real good promise.
It was
Lasts
a
for
really good
life.
Promise, yeah.
Yeah.
So we have the
So good
transponders
that
for
they
you guys.
died.
And you
Okay.
can kind of set the names however you want. The problems is if you're gonna go anywhere kind of towards Akaton and in that systems,
Mhm.
this ship's maze comes from there, so you don't really want to go there. They'll see right through.
Right.
The other things,
Mhm.
you want to make sure you don't run into the GPF, the General Protectorate Forces. You know those guys?
I don't
like
really.
Okay, so
Thieves
I gotta
inside.
tell you some stuff real quick about them.
Mhm.
They're not really a big deal in terms of where we's are kind of going, but if you're going into the Protectorate spaces, the Drows, the Lashuntas, a few other peoples that are smallers, they kind of puts together an alliance. It's the General Protectorate Force, and their ideas is really they're gonna keep space safe, right? They're gonna protect their territories, but really it's the Drows that are kind of taking things over, and they're kind of mean. So anyways, just make sure that you don't run across them, because it's not stolen, you understand? Like,
Right,
it's just,
of course.
we found it.
Right.
So
Refab.
Yeah.
I get ya.
So,
I'm there.
So there's that.
Okay.
For 1,000 credits typically is what we would do, but for you, Gibbs, is of course you could take it and pay us back later. Your family.
Okay. I give down payment though.
Okay.
What?
Fuck off.
Here's
400
my friend
credits.
Spikes.
How much?
400.
400.
400.
Okay.
And I run it off the Mosaic credit card.
Oh my god.
Right?
Oh, poor Pete.
So hang on, give me a credit card.
Yeah.
Chip walks around and kind of starts to point some other things out. So we also have a scramblers if you're looking for something like that.
Yes.
If you're looking for a scramblers, though, the things you got to understand about the scramblers is
Yeah.
it starts some small fires.
Ooh.
It's been made for something that is, just a little bit more of like your comm rings. And he's still talking to you, but for either of you, if you check it, and also it comes up on either of you,
Answer.
you kind of look, and you see 400 question mark exclamation mark.
Oh, jeez.
I
New
mean-
ship costs. I
Gibbs, your comm is ringing.
Don't answer it.
decline. Oh no, wait, hold on. Oh wait. Actually, call back. It's Peeps, I assume.
Okay.
I call back Peeps, who's also a Yosoki, and so I'm like,
Peeps.
ta-da!
Why are you trying to spend 400 credits on something?
It's down payment.
For what?
The new ship costs. They got startup fees here, and I'm already getting a deal.
Make a bluff check.
Poor Pete.
Yeah, really. He's just trying to help you guys.
14
Okay.
You guys need to be more honest with Pete.
plus 5 is 19.
Hey, I was one.
I'm
You
super,
need to be
yeah.
less honest with
Stop
Pete.
that.
Okay. Gibbs, it's fine this time, but next time, please run it by me first.
Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't done this before. I don't usually spend these credits.
It's okay. So first I need to actually fill out an expense report, and then I need to submit it to the e-concur system, and then that goes over to Nazma for whatever reason. He has oversight over it.
Right,
He's
right,
not
right.
even my direct reporter.
Okay.
And then from all of that, it goes over to Orion. And if Orion looks at it, I don't want Mr. Massacre being mad at me. He's even above my boss. So in general, I would like to have a little look before you do that.
Oh, good point. Okay, next time, yes. But also, next time, approve the vendor. Everything that glows. Eclipse Mall.
Oh,
They're good
there's
people.
a Yosoki place.
Yes.
Yeah, I know that place. I
Absolutely.
haven't been. One of my cousins actually, I think, is third cousins with Chip.
Yes.
You're related
No,
to Pete.
Oh my
not
God.
third cousins. It's not Chip. Anyways, neither
Yes.
here nor
So,
there. We're not
approve
going
the
to approve
vendor.
a vendor for you.
Yes, please.
You do not have a reliability rating that would let us access that.
Oh. Okay, but start the paperwork now. Once I get the approvability rating, send it through. Because that's where I'm going to be all the
Gibbs, do
time.
you know what an approvability rating is? And it's approval rating. It is reliability rating.
I assume it's the time where you say yes to most things.
So the reliability rating, every bounty hunter has one.
Okay.
Currently, all of yours are negative.
Right.
So the idea of possibly getting an approved vendor where you have like free access to funds, I'm going to go ahead and say it's probably not going to get approved. And
Okay.
so much so that I'm not even going to put it in.
No.
there because-
I get that. I'm not asking for that. I'm just saying start the paperwork, peep, because someday soon.
All right, I'm starting the paperwork. Anything else? He's just kind of moving his hand.
No,
back and
just
forth.
press the approve button on the 400, please.
Beep out. And
Beep out.
it just goes out. And then a second later you hear
Beep.
and the amount is approved.
Yay! So, 400 now,
Okay,
600 later.
okay.
Also, I've got some friends coming, so probably.
You see Crumb just kind of like squint. Oh, what do they look like?
Handsome android, ugly human.
Ugly human.
As you guys are out there, the door shuts. Like a minute or two goes by as you're trying to
I
figure
like
out what
light
to
up
do.
another cigarette, and I'm just like,
This little ashtray.
So I guess we can come back and get a transponder
Suddenly the door.
later.
Hey, you guys can come in too. You guys know Gibbs?
Yes, we are crewmates. with
Oh, come
Gibbs.
on in. And he just kind of waves in,
I'm gonna
withdraws
walk
to
in.
the store. You enter.
Shade! Bubs.
Hey.
Hi! These are my super duper cousins,
She like hold
Crumbs and Chip.
Crumb just waves, and Chip, who's a little bit bigger, has like a gray patch around the white fur in his eye. He also kind of waves and goes, "Oh, he's a handsome android. and He's
Handsome.
as ugly as humans."
Yes!
Oh, what? What?
Well, I was introducing you guys. I
You
got
just
us.
don't have any hairs.
Oh, and I touch my
It's
head
true.
like I forget that I actually have no hair.
Right.
You are
Nose offense.
Nose offense. Nose
deficient
offense.
in follicles.
Yeah, well, that is true.
Yeah. No eyebrows. Little weird.
Crumb and Chips.
Yes.
correct?
I got
I'm
transponder.
Crumbs, and the other one goes, "I'm Chips."
Nice to meet you both.
In unison.
you
You
are-
two.
So you've already gotten a transponder?
Yes, and you already has gotten credits.
They are pending because
Ah.
someone decided to register twice, and I was unable to unlock the ship.
Spice
for
to
that.
avoid eye contact.
Okay.
So we came to get the transponder.
I got
And-
it.
Luckily, you are here.
Here's some
We
caveats
need to
though.
unlock the ship.
This transponder, refab, right? Refabbed from
Yes,
old chip.
transponders typically come from other ships.
Yep. Okay, so no.
This one's
GPF?
stolen.
Ah.
I could have guessed that, given that there is no ship attached.
They look at each other, and you can see one of them just goes, and then the other one goes, "Well, yes, but it's stolen from a military ship."
What
Ooh,
military
GPS.
Are there
man.
implications that I would know
What-
about, given
what
that we're taking
GPF
a stolen
ship
military?
did you take it from?
Make a history check. Turns to you. Well, it's not so much that we stole it from the ships. You know, it found its ways to one person's, and then it's to another's, and then it's to another's.
Yeah.
Make a diplomacy check though, Spice.
There is no history.
What is what?
Culture.
Culture.
Oh, I guess
Sorry,
it'd be
thank you.
Culture.
Culture.
Yeah.
Learning Starfinder.
I don't get anything from my piloting theme.
Nope.
22 for my diplomacy check.
Why don't I see culture? Oh, culture's up there. I got a 14 for culture.
Okay, so 22 for diplomacy, 14 for culture. Just a second.
Culture.
Chip kind of leans in a little bit to you, Spice. After Crumb kind of like says that and then kind of turns to the rest. Chip leans in and he goes, okay, so you know what? You've got a lot of hairs. And so I appreciate Zeus. Let me just go ahead and I'll tell you, we got this. From a little drow ship you may have heard of. It's second here, find it.
Let me also find frantically looking up my backstory because I don't remember.
This was a ship that it's called the War Dancers. It's
I've definitely heard of that.
it's
That's
a pacification class destroyer ships from the Drows. Or sorry, from the Lashuntas.
Yeah.
But part of the GPF.
Yes, part of the GPF. It's
Do you know what number ship it was?
it was in the second wing. I couldn't tell you what number it was, but second wing.
Guys, are you really scrutinizing this favors that Chips and Crumbs are doing for us?
Not scrutinizing.
What was the name of the
but I want
captain
to
of
make
the
sure
ship?
that we're not taking on
Make a
something that's
diplomacy
going to
check.
cause more
Well,
problems.
I already paid for it, half of it, but
Ooh, damn.
Did Peep approve of the
Yes,
credits? I
he
got
did.
a message about 400
yes,
credits.
that was me. He called me. Apparently, he knows which credit card belongs to whom's.
That is reasonable to assume.
I didn't know that.
I'm just
Well,
gonna.
typically-
So I was gonna say it was Spice, but
So
I
you're
guess he
going
called me
to
directly.
blame Spice for
well, she was here. It's all
frivolous
good.
13.
spending.
13. You know, as we never really found out.
Damn it. Do you know the names of anybody that was on that ship? I just need to know anything about this war dancer. Do I know anything about this war dancer?
Culture check. And
Would I know
it's
anything
a
about
very
the ship
low
type?
DC for you. Go ahead and make a piloting check. Yeah, call it pilot.
Ooh, she
Does
got
that
a
have
good one.
reduce the DC of culture checks to recall knowledge about starship and vehicle
Then yeah, make a
models.
culture check.
Can I
I got a dirty
support
20.
Chips and Crumbs in their like I want them to feel like we're not like being I don't know the politically correct way to say this, but not being like
Overstaying our welcome. Or
like yeah,
something?
like messing up a favor by being
Gotcha,
asking too many questions about something that's stolen.
We're just
I
chatting.
mean, they
No, but
closed
we're
the store
just
for you, so
chatting.
you would imagine you can probably talk for a little bit.
Cool.
So 20 for your diplomacy is for
Culture.
culture. The War Dancer is a large destroyer. It's a fairly midline to upper end destroyer for the GPF. You've heard a little bit about the armaments. You would imagine there's probably still a Gatling cannon on the front. Most of ships like this, they have medium range sensors. They're really meant for anti-starfighter bomber defense, and as such, probably part of a larger task force.
So that is not the ship that this transponder was stolen from.
Are you asking? Who are you asking?
I'm asking, given my understanding of the ship that they just described, and I don't know that you're talking about
What was your roll?
15. -5 to the DC.
You kind of look at the transponder on this carpet, and you kind of think about it, and it can fit.
Okay. It would be pretty unlikely if it's exactly the ship, but
Okay, so we good here?
Spice like pulls in the Yusoki. Do you know where Goku Roku is?
I don't know whose that is.
That she pushes him away.
He kind of catches himself. Whoa.
Alright, she like
Spice!
lights up a cigarette. Not what?
Be nice.
We were just having a conversation.
Ah,
Just don't
okay.
worry.
Sorry.
We were just chatting.
It's hard to tell. You don't have enough fur to figure out your emotions.
you have no other possible transponders?
Transponders, I tried to explain,
Yes. They
they're
come
not supposed
from
to be
yes.
stolen. They're not supposed to be sold like this.
Yes.
So I don't. We don't
Okay.
typically come with these things, but
That is fair enough.
people have brought in things for us, and we keeps them.
Wait, so also we could sell/give. Some other things we're hoping to offload less valuable, less scary.
You can see they look at each other.
We
like,
have artwork.
We have art projects.
I'm gonna pull up the pictures again.
of Spice's
Spice's Instagram.
visitors page.
Yeah.
Would you take these? You don't have to. Again, no,
Hey,
no
look
pressure.
in that picture.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Do they do anything?
No, they're just art.
Customers.
Yeah.
Kind of look at each other. Make a diplomacy check, Shade.
That's not gonna be great. That's an 8.
They attract customers. You say they kind of look at each other and go, "No, I think we're okay."
Okay. I just, it would have been a good trade, but
Of course, but we don't really need it.
I get it. Sid. Okay. So, we good?
I suppose this
I
is
feel good.
the only option that we have for
Good.
a functional transponder.
All options are good options.
I'm gonna make a mental note that Gibbs kind of judges people's emotions by how furry they are.
Okay. That is a note that you have in your head.
Do you have anything else that might help us circumvent any issues that may arise from having a stolen military transponder?
Crum looks at
Chip.
and Chip just kind of goes, and Crum looks at you. No.
I'm
Make a
sensing
sense
some
motive.
motives
Yeah, make a sense
there.
motive check. It was pretty obvious and above board.
Yeah, but I'm still very bad at
Yeah.
sense
Oh no,
motives.
trust me, I know.
In fact, I have a DC increase of 2,
A DC increase of 2, nice.
Is
which
that
is
something
not going
Spice
to
should have
matter
done?
because that is a 3.
Oh.
Which is this
I
new
think that was
dice.
Okay,
New die needs to get
a
broken
3.
in.
Yeah.
3. I've rolled like
Ooh.
2, 3, 1. I got like 117. It was like great, and
You
now
see-
it's just shit.
The 3 Ahsoki kind of give each other a furtive glance and then kind of look over at Spice, but not really sure
Yeah.
what that's about.
Can I also do
We've
a
already
sense
asked so
motive,
much
or is
of
it too late?
them.
You have asked.
You have asked many more questions than I
asked
ever would have
Ooh,
asked.
natural one, doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Of my sister's,
Unfortunately,
brothers,
Wow, that sucks.
cousins,
To make
girlfriend,
sure that the
boyfriend.
You're still looking
equipment
at
that
your
you
own.
just
Yeah, my own
artistic
Instagram
is
vision.
picture.
not going to be terrible to
I
our
missed all of that. I'm
mission.
sorry.
You have made.
I have made transponder connection happen. I don't know what you're mad about.
No, I'm not mad. I don't get mad. I generally don't care. I said
I'm just saying.
Oh my god, you guys.
I'm
Let's get
just
out of
saying.
here.
Oh my god, yes.
in
Chips,
order to
crumbs?
ensure
Yes.
safety,
Thank you.
we should.
Anything's for families.
I send over
Well,
wire
should we go drink
once
now?
that. Drinking? Oh, would you like to drink with us or you need to mind
Yeah.
shop?
Workings right
Oh,
now.
I'm
We
sorry,
closed the store
Do you
for
have
guys.
any cybernetic upgrades?
cybernetics upgrades? Like what?
I would browse your wares if you had any
But like for like a computers or
for myself.
for like an Android.
Yes, I
We
would
don't.
like-
That's very sophisticated kind of stuff.
Mm.
Every now and then we will get something that comes through, but we wouldn't be able to do anything with it. We usually part it out down the GG Easies.
Ah.
We were just there.
We were just there.
But they take them apart for the parts.
The cybernetics peoples?
Anything's really that we give to them, they take it apart and they sell the parts. Raw goods.
Do you guys have a riot shield? Like a lone, like a used one?
He looks around, you can see all these blinking like little components and wires and electronics. That's not really what we do here, but if you're looking for something like that, probably you're gonna want to go to either the Equity Bandit, or
Degrade
probably more
Defensive
likely you'll find that it's
Solutions.
Degrade. Yeah, that one.
The great defensive.
Yes.
We could go there and then go to the bar.
Okay.
Which bars are you guys going to?
I don't know. Which
There's more
bar?
than one on this place.
Oh no. Eclipse is a dry as mall.
Ah, fuck.
I
What
did
it-
not know that.
What
This
is
is a
that?
family's place.
What does that mean?
It means that there is no alcohol on any of the
Well,
shelves in-
there's no
Spice lights up a
alcohols that
cigarette.
you can sell, but there's alcohol. You can have it in your own private places. There's just not bars or liquor stores.
you wouldn't happen to have any liquor under the table, would you?
You're here with Gibbs. If you guys want to buy some of our liquors, we can give you some.
I told Bubs that we would have fun after finishing the mission, which we have.
It's Peep's birthday.
You can see Chip just goes, yeah! I don't even know this guy. And Chip just goes,
I'm
oh,
sorry, it's Peeps. He's the Yosuke we just FaceTimed with.
Yes. Oh, that's nice, I guess.
It's his
not his
birthday.
It's good.
It's not
Tell us
actually his
Peeps that happy birthday
Yes.
from us.
It's not.
I
actually.
text Peeps. Very confused. But I text him a selfie of me with a glowing like background and Spice is in the back like photobombing
Make a
it.
diplomacy check.
And I said, "Happy birthday!"
Okay, you send that away.
4 plus 8 is 12.
He just sends you like a.
Oh, sorry. Diplomacy is only 5, so 9.
He just sends back, "Fuck you."
Peeps would never say fuck.
Period. Peep you.
Your comms rank.
Oh no.
I pick it up and I say, "Happy birthday!"
Happy birthday!
Guys,
I was
guys.
unaware that it was
First
your
of all,
birthday.
my birthday is in July. So
We're
you're a couple
celebrating.
months off. It's February.
It's February.
Spice.
Sorry.
Have you been letting her drink again?
No.
No, I'm
yet.
We
so
really just
happy.
thought it was your birthday.
That's actually almost more scary. Thank you.
Spice laughs.
So, what do you need? You
Nothing.
sent me a picture of you.
Do
I
you love
figured you
me,
just wanted to
Pete?
be updated. Don't you
You
like
see,
them?
he like is looking at his wrist and he goes, "It, what is this an update of?"
I can update
That
you.
we went shopping.
We
At
successfully.
everything that glows. Can't you tell the background?
Can you
Positive.
turn your wrist towards Shay, please?
No, it's glowing. Look at the background. Look how pretty it is.
Suddenly your comm goes dead. Shade, yours. Okay, please tell me what's happening.
We have successfully deposited of the corpse of Peter Iguanda
Were you walking around with a corpse in the mall?
in a satchel.
Don't worry, we were very cool walking. People were like, yeah, these guys are cool.
You can see he starts pulling his ears back again and he goes, "Oh no."
It was the better solution than bringing the highly
The turkey
Okay.
baster.
secret,
Look, I don't.
which we have on the ship,
Is the
and
body gone?
the body has been disposed of.
Fantastic.
Yes.
What about the prototype that is
The
worth
prototype
10,000
is
credits?
on
We
the
haven't
ship.
seen
We are-
any inventory come by.
The prototype is on the ship. They are waiting for us to unlock it because complications with the docking bay. And I look over and I'm like,
Can you point your communicator device towards Gibbs, please?
Hi. Happy birthday.
Gibbs,
Happy almost birthday.
Half birthday.
Half birthday.
literally half a year away. Secondly,
Yeah, happy half birthday.
Secondly, Gibbs,
Time to
Oh.
party.
your
Hold on.
communicator
Yes.
is owned and purchased by Mosaic Limited, and if you can't use it appropriately, we'll have to rescind it. So please stop sending me pictures. It is very cute,
Fine.
and I appreciate it, but I'm also filling out almost 200 pages of paperwork about a certain space station that was destroyed, so maybe next time, if you spend less time destroying a space station, I can take a little more time to look at your pictures. How does that sound?
Okay.
Great.
No pictures
Turn
for
me back,
Peeps.
Shade.
I got it in my face. So.
Look, get the payment. Please don't bother me until then.
The payment should be coming to the Mosaic account.
Great. I'll let you know when I have it. Peep out.
Peep didn't like our selfie.
He's no fun.
He is no fun. Who can I text that would like our selfie?
Chips kind of like gestures up and goes, "Did you try using the filters?"
No.
Ooh, good
but that's a good
point. We
call.
should have used the birthday hat filter.
Oh.
Fuck.
Sometimes when I'm sending Chips something, I'll use a little filters to add a little
No,
extras.
good
Mm.
point.
I'm gonna be taking notes down of how to be cool filters.
Right, filters, yeah.
These two rat people.
I start the download process because it's like a 80 megabyte thing that I have never downloaded because I've never needed it before, and I'm like, of course the filter is like yes. So
Firmware updates.
yeah, it like bricks my phone, but I'm like too ashamed to tell anybody, so I have to like fix it later.
So, given that you operate within a gray market,
Knows. We don't operate within a Gary's markets, but you know,
Family.
When people come through who really need things and we know them, then it will help out a little bit.
Would you know where we might be able to offload this art?
Again, we're not really the arts types, but
I feel like we should give up on the art.
Well, it's just taking up storage space on the ship.
Throw it out the
I mean,
window.
you could bring it
So
over
much
to Gigi
storage.
and she would take it for parts. You could, honestly, that's probably where I would try. You know, you're on the Eclipse Mall. It's not exactly a fine arts establishment.
Well, in that case, we should probably gather provisions and supplies before we head out. And
Provisions and
There's
supplies.
a Mitchell's on the first floor if you want to stop by for like arts and craft supplies.
I mean more for sustenance and survival.
Yeah,
It's been
Since-
tough.
sorry to hear that.
We almost ate a ferret.
Where's the clothing store? I have some things I want to upgrade.
I mean, if you're looking for clothing, there's all kinds of stores. So you know,
Anywhere.
you really gotta figure out.
What about
which product
Grenzix
clothes.
Defensix? Or whatever.
What
The
was
gray
that?
defensive
The
solution.
gray defense. Is that what it's called? I wrote gray defensive on my sheet.
The gray
The gray.
defensive
Oh,
The gray,
solutions.
The gray.
and most stores they do have their own merchandise. So like the Grays, I know they actually have a really nice T-shirts. But if you want to go is to get more kind of clothings.
I have reconfigurable clothes that I need to.
Reconfigure.
Yeah, I need to fill the slots with other things that I like better.
So personally, we just go to the fashions basements.
Okay.
That's on the first floors. It's bulk. You can buy in by weight. But if
Oh,
you're looking
nice.
for something, it's like the garment district.
Yes.
But if you're looking
fun.
for something a little bit more upper tier,
Yep.
and you kind of like looks you up and down, I can see that you like to put together an appearances. The second floor has a whole number of boutique shops and just kind of look and see what you want.
Okay. I'm talking more about disguise. I need disguise.
Oh,
wear.
I'm also interested in
Yeah.
clothes.
Well, the fashions basements they have some costumes and things.
Okay.
Huh.
Okay.
Could I go with you?
You want to trade? It's you guys and then
Well,
we'll
are
go.
You need to go back to the ship
Oh shit!
so
Ship
that we can
first.
collect
Oh,
the
fuck.
money.
Why
for our
didn't you
bounty.
take it off the ship?
Well, we could swing by.
We literally couldn't.
How did you get off the ship then,
We
Shade?
got off the ship, but to get back on, we need.
Why
your
didn't you take
handprint.
it off with
You
you?
used 2 handprints to register.
You could have taken the
Just
prototype
go
off.
back.
Oh,
I
Spice
wasn't
stomps
going to
off.
bring a 10,000 credit
Stop just pushes past you.
secret.
Spice just walks past
Yeah,
you towards the
she
bed.
did not
Wait,
listen to
wait
that.
up, Spice.
Okay, come on,
You
bub.
follow. So the two of
Go
you go
to the
back
ship.
To the bay.
How was Crane's store?
It was a store.
Did they say anything?
They wanted to talk to you and Spice at some point, but
Oh,
I text Spice.
go to Lydell.
Go to Crane's store to talk.
Oh.
it's unnecessary.
But I text
to
her
the
on my
mission.
comm and I make sure I attach like one of those selfies, but it's the under the chin selfie because
Oh,
you see like
yes.
all these Gibbs chin, and there's like little things growing in between
Ew,
one of them.
gross.
It's
Wow.
not a good look.
Yucky.
And it's just Gibbs' eyes.
but
with
there's
the
a
big
filter
nose.
on it.
And it
Yeah, with
has
a birthday
the
hat
nose
filter.
has a birthday hat on it.
Yes.
So you get that.
You get that text to your wrist
Nice. Spice loves
So,
it.
Spice, you and without any real trouble, you get back. You can pull the prototype off if you want. Are you guys trying to bring that to the crane store?
I want Lydell to come to us, so
The-
I'm gonna call
guy.
Lydell.
Dolly.
Oscar.
Oh yeah. So when you get there, right? Not Oscar, Trevor.
Trevor.
Trevor, you see this guy, probably in his 30s. He has prematurely graying hair, a little bit of
A silver
scruff.
fox.
Huh?
Silver fox.
He is wearing a silver polo shirt with a little
Crane.
origami crane on it, and he's wearing purple pants. You can see he has like a doll, and he kind of stands up. Are you guys all coming over from this crew?
If by
Mosaic
this
Team
crew
5?
you mean Mosaic Team 5, then yes.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
here to
that's
bring
us.
something to the Jacinto store. This is
Yes, follow me.
Okay.
I am Spice Emido. This is Bubs.
Hi.
We are from Mosaic Team 5.
My name is Adam.
Oh, what? Spice just kind of looks at him and is like, please
yeah,
follow
guys.
me.
I'm really getting paid minimum wage. I don't care.
Okay, come on.
He kind of goes up with you. You load the prototype in. You can see he turns out his comm. He turns on. You hear a voice from the other side. Ah, Trevor, you get it? Trevor goes, yeah, we got it. All right, just let them know. Mosaic will have the credits probably within a minute or two. Takes a little time to upload, of course. Trevor, come on back. Great job.
No, I want the credits to be to Mosaic before you get off the ship.
The comms dead. Trevor goes, really?
Yep. You stay right here with us.
He turns the comm back on. He goes, yeah, Trevor, is there a problem? And Trevor goes, they want the money before we get off the ship. Make a diplomacy check.
Got it.
Trevor, turn that around. Trevor just turns his camera around.
I got a 10.
You're Spice.
I'm Spice. Nice to meet you.
Well, we're not really meeting yet, but my name's Lydell. I'll tell you what. I'm not going to send that money to you while you're on the ship. But why don't you bring that prototype by and we can have a little conversation about some work, maybe.
I don't like the sound of it. Bubs, so we escort it back to the shop?
You know, Spice, really just you. Why don't you come by yourself and bring that prototype back and
I'm not coming alone. That seems so sus.
we can talk about, you know, things that we have in common, similar interests, Akaton maybe.
I do like blondes. All right, you got me.
You see the sudden shift. Fantastic. Well, we'll be waiting at the store.
Okay. Bye.
Goes out. Trevor's still holding his wrist. He's like, can I go?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
This fucking job. And he gets up the crate, he just walks down the ramp.
I'm gonna post.
Wait, I'm following him, right? I'm going alone with
You
this
can
guy?
follow him if you want.
Yeah, I'm following him
Okay.
with the prototype.
So you follow him.
I'm gonna
You're gonna
Kinda catch
follow
up.
me. Following this guy. Okay.
Spice real quick.
The guy turns around. Are you following me?
Yes, I'm following you.
This is so fucking stupid. He just pulls the thing along. You guys get to the crane store. You are already there, so you arrive roughly the same time.
Hey!
Oh, hey, what's
You
up?
see this guy just, he goes, Lydell is outside this store. Lydell kind of gives a weird look. The guy goes, just walks straight by him. You hear him just go, I'm taking a break. And he just goes into the back. Lydell comes out to the front, sees you, sees Bubs, and goes, oh, okay, alone, different meaning for you. Interesting. Well, we can have
Who's
this
supposed to go
conversation in
alone?
public. No worries.
Oh,
Everybody
I
wants to
see.
see
We
me
can
alone.
leave.
No.
There's
that's
too
fine.
many windows here, though.
worry
I
about
thought.
So he is going to lean in 1 second here. This is Spice.
Take me to a back room or something.
Please.
Kind of looks around. Make a diplomacy check. Now he kind of wants to have this conversation in public. He was doing you a favor.
Stop rolling bad.
Oops. I hit it, but it was 13.
All right. Come on. And he kind of like gestures for you to follow him. You walk into this air-conditioned store. Beautiful scents. Very
Ooh,
subtle
woo.
coming in. Goes to the back.
Ada.
Gestures for you to sit down. Kind of sits down across from his desk. All right, Spice. Grab a seat.
She sits down and crosses her legs.
I know you
Like a
served some
lady.
time with the GPF, and
Oh, what? I didn't realize this is the type of conversation she gets up and starts to leave.
Wait.
What?
Look, I've never been to Castroval myself, anywhere near it. What are those folks like? And I'm talking mostly about the Drow.
She rolls her eyes and leaves.
Wait.
What do you want?
You don't like the Drow?
No, not particularly. And she looks at him in the eyes, stares at him.
I think you'll be interested. Why don't you take a seat?
Okay, she sits back down.
Listen,
What do you know about the Drow?
it's not so much about the Drow as the GPF in general. They've given us some problems. You know,
Yes.
Crane trying to expand Jacinta's always trying to expand the Crane store and the brand. GPF has been really hesitant to kind of let us in, citing security concerns, which is nonsense. We have some of the most secure systems anywhere.
Okay.
If you have maybe some information about the Drow that we could use, maybe we could ensure that some more business comes your way. The next contract may be worth a little more, maybe 10 times as much.
Can I do like a sense motive? Like,
Yeah,
what
go
is
for
he?
The old Larry David.
I know I have more. So it's a 13 again, but I think I have like a -5 to like DC for sense motive or something. But
Oh,
I
so yours
don't
is
have
like
Look
the
it up.
opposite of mine.
What is that -5 for?
Not flat affect.
So if I remember correctly, it's something that you can kind of only do once a day. But while you're looking that up, the rest of you, as you sit outside the crane store.
I would have gone to GG Easy, and I'm looking for like stuff to supply the ship so that we can not die.
Okay, no worries. That's easy enough to do.
And like then weapons, armor, doing the
I'll chill with Bubs outside the
going
store.
through like the shopping
Oh,
list of
no,
things that
it's
we should
one
probably
pack.
have on the ship
Fair enough.
to like stock us up now that we have some money.
Okay, so it's a 13
Before
plus
they
6,
spend it
actually.
all.
It's not minus, it's plus to me.
Okay, so what is the total score?
19.
Okay.
Ooh, was so glad I brought this sheet.
With
Wow.
That, yeah, I know. With that sense motive check, there is something else going on here. You look at him, and you get the sense he's trying to peel back some layers on you and get a sense for your opinion on things. He's not really that interested in the drow.
Mhm.
He's asking another question, but you're not sure what it is.
It's about Jacinto. Okay.
So what do you know about the drow?
I know that they have some bad ships and some bad captains.
You could see kind of, how many ships?
How many ships? I tell him how many ships.
So you tell him.
What, 7, I think, right?
They have 8 strike forces.
8.
Those strike forces are split across 3 different fleets. The GPF 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. You know a lot about Task Force 4 of the 2nd Fleet, of course. The War Dancer is in Task Force Task Force 4 as well. It is one of the support ships for a ship that you know very well. A ship called Entropy's Embrace.
That's not my ship,
Oh, sorry.
though.
Sorry.
My ship was called something else.
Yes, it was. It was called the Void Eater.
Yes, the Void Eater.
Oh, that's a cool ship name.
That
I
is a cool ship
It's
name.
a good ship name.
But the
Too
Void
bad
Eater was Drow,
Too bad
and
ours is
War Dancer is Lashunta.
Kaka, waka,
Curl
waka.
Void
more.
Eater. When you left the 7th Task Force, the components were a flagship called the Void Eater. It was a Wraith-class carrier for the Drow. A Lashunta pacification-class destroyer called Barbarian Salvation. And then a Drow Widowmaker-class destroyer called Dance of Sinners. They also had
Those
the
are good
first
ship
wing
names.
of starfighters assigned to them. And those were stored aboard the Void Eater.
Good ship names.
Do what I can.
So that's what I tell him.
Okay.
Wow.
Kind of takes all of that down and he says, Spice, I really appreciate the fact that somebody with some military experience is willing to look beyond that and find some personal gain. It could just be that in a little bit we're going to have another job coming up and I'm still getting some details on it.
I'm listening.
But once that happens, it kind of says, can I see your comm for a second?
She lazily lends her wrists over.
Okay. He waves his over yours, and his number appears.
Mm.
So, I have your number, you have mine. Call me if you think of anything else about the drow. In the meantime, when this job is finalized...
Do you know where they are? Are you having this conversation because you know where Gogoroku is?
I don't know that name,
Oh, never mind then.
He dropped it.
but let me know if you know anything else about the drow, you hear anything else about the drow, or this Gogoroku.
Okay.
And,
Okay, and you're going to help us out?
we have a job developing. It's a little
Okay.
bit more complex than the last one. We need to finalize some details, but when that comes into play, I'll make sure it comes across your guys' desk before it goes out to the general public.
That's what I like to hear.
This is going to be a 6-figure job. It's a big one. But
I
give
like
me a few
those
weeks to
numbers.
pull it together.
Okay.
And Spice,
Mm.
I think it would be better if people didn't know about Jacinto kind of asking around about these things.
Oh, my lips are sealed.
Good to know.
Great doing business with you.
You as well.
All right, she gets up.
Kind of stands up, opens the door for you.
Thank you. She walks out.
Little Yosoki whistle from the. I figure Bubs and I are on the kind of the man benches at the front of the dressing room store.
Okay, sure.
We're just chilling.
Yeah.
Gibbs, before I forget,
Hey, before I forget, I got something for you.
for me?
Yeah, and I bring out this little like packet that's like on my wrist, and I undo it. I know you like sticky notes.
Oh,
So
oh yeah, I love sticky notes. They're so great. They're so organized, and you can,
Oh my
you can put all
God.
your thoughts there, and it's so neat and orderly. And
I
love
pull them out, and I'm like, do you like corgis or huskies? And I flip them around, and they're little dog butts with little buttholes on
And
them.
it's almost like two different post-it notes, and they're joined by like the butthole and the
Yes.
tail.
Well, I'd have to say husky. Oh.
I figure if you're gonna leave post-it notes around, I might as well enjoy looking at them. They're little
Thanks,
dog butts.
Gibbs. This is great. I'll keep this close and always use this.
Great. I expect it around the ship.
Look, there is something I do need to talk to you about. I kind of messed up a little bit when I was talking to this Lysel guy, but if anyone asks, my name isn't Bubs, it's Adam Price, okay?
Okay, is like Bubs like just a nickname?
Well, it's my real name, but there's a lot of, I'm kind of nervous to talk about it. I don't know if I know you that well, and I just...
Like the artist formerly known as Prince.
Right.
And I kind of like look at my communicator, see the reflection of myself as I'm saying this. It's so complicated, and I think I do maybe need to, blend in more with people, and maybe look a little bit cooler. You and Spice are so cool. Maybe you could maybe help me.
Absolutely. And I cast immediately at that moment token spell, and I spread the pig pen filth of Gibbs on to Bubs, being like, I know how people can trust you. People never trust people who are clean. That's why smoking is so cool. And as I'm saying this, you can see like the toxic breath of Gibbs become like more visual. And I just say it, don't spray it. I spray it onto you and cast this spell.
I have, any way to block
Saving
this?
throws,
I think I have a
none.
reflex. I also think
Resistance,
I have a feat
none.
called spell.
Wait, what is this that you're using?
Token spell, and it says saving throws none, spell resistance none.
Spell.
And this is
Bang.
permanent. It's a permanent change.
Fantastic.
I have.
It doesn't just persist for an hour. It's permanent.
So yeah, you this toxic thing, it's I can't remember the words you said, but you just
Yeah, you get +5.
and it just kind of rolls out like fog.
You look so cool. Look at you, the shine of your head.
Cool. You feel it. Kind of,
I
the
can
shade of
see
your
it.
vision
SpongeBob
changes
episode where he's
slightly.
like, "Am I ugly?"
It's like one of
There's,
those
the smell coming out.
magnetic put the hair on the guy's head with a little pen.
Yes.
Yeah, it's awful. And then also, you imagine if you still had eyebrows, they would be peeling away. It's bad.
I never thought you would ask. You were so quick to judge me, and now you want to be like me.
And you can just hear
And you
me-
can see the little tears well up. Ooh.
You can just hear me whisper, "Fear is just a feeling. Fear is just a feeling. Fear is just a feeling." And as I do this, I take out one of my wet naps, and I just clean out my face.
Okay.
I wipe all this down.
Yeah.
Oh God, let me tell you, thank God for these things. If I ever met the man who invented these things, I would totally shake his hand.
Tissues? Okay. I'll look out for that for you.
The inventor of tissues.
Yeah.
2250.
No, and after I get myself a little bit cleaned up,
700 years old.
I was thinking more of like a wig.
Oh.
Could you maybe come with me and find something?
Let's go to the clothing
alopecia.
store. That's where we're going, Bubs.
Sure. I mean, I don't
The
wear.
costume store downstairs.
Wait, I mean, all I've got is the earrings on my ears. I don't know much about that.
Are you walking in as you say that?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah, I'm like, we're going. Well, no, we're going shopping.
Oh, and,
She takes your wrist.
okay.
I gotta talk to the guy, actually. So, you look great. Bye.
Okay.
The
Ooh,
girls
Bubs,
trade
you
off
smell.
Bubs.
Yeah, Bubs is just getting passed from everybody.
Yes.
Shade,
No one actually wants to hang out with
Gibbs,
Bubs.
yeah. So,
Bubs, I wanna hang
or
out with you.
conversely, everybody wants to.
That's
hang out with
Yeah.
true.
Bubs.
Yeah.
That's how you gotta.
But
spin
now
it.
you were smelly.
I stank.
Yes.
Shade, where are you going?
I was gonna start at the GG Easy.
Okay.
And then I was going to make my way to get supplies for the ship, like food and first aid kit,
Sure.
stuff like that.
The basics.
The basics, and then weapons and armor.
Okay.
And then maybe ship parts and cybernetics, but I figured cybernetics was at GG Easy, so that's why I was going first.
Okay. You can definitely try all those things.
Yeah.
So,
I'm like doing like mission focus, trying to
Yeah.
improve with what we have for money, improve our capability
you're
of
gonna
getting
get to the
more
first
money.
store, it's gonna be negative like 50 the balance.
Yeah.
But for the time being, you
Right.
probably have some money.
But I'm also internally like, okay, if I go and spend some money right now before they actually get their hands on it, then I can spend at least like 4,000 credits and hope that they don't go over half of the money of the entire job.
I thought Shade was smart.
Like a quarter of it, because I'm 1/4.
Right, but we
of
were
the
negative
4
a
people who are
bazillion
going.
because we lost a ship,
Right, but we need to
Sure,
spend
space
money to make
station.
money.
How much do we each have?
Not
So far, none. You
Yeah,
guys
we are in the
personally-
negative.
Plus,
I think
I'm-
the only person who really has a lot of credits is Vesson.
Oh yeah.
And that's because of his like
Yeah.
heritage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
nobility.
like, you guys are all pretty broke, relatively in debt. Most of you actually substantially in debt. But some of you more than others.
And Peep's probably more willing to give me the funds, given how the funds have already been spent.
You haven't
Just
asked them.
bots
No.
So, Bubs,
transponders.
Spice, the two of you head off to the fashion basement. Gibbs, you turn around and head towards the crane store.
Is it like what is it like inside? Is there
It's
displays?
the anti-Gibbs. It is stainless steel, polished, clean, air-conditioned, temperature-controlled.
It's a Steve
I make sure
Jobs
while
wet
I'm
dream.
waiting to play like Bejeweled on the iPad, but the way that like a sticky kid does.
So even as you get close to the door, somebody comes in and is like, "Can we help you?" And like very purposely stands in front of you, like kind of trying to angle themselves around. But we're gonna get back to all this next week because it is 9:30,
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
and I do want to be able to step away on time. So thank you so much for joining us this week for a combat and then a little bit of shopping.
Shopping.
We'll be back- Everybody's
Spending
back-
money we don't have.
Everybody's back on Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna have a fashion montage
So,
next week.
Yes.
Right,
we will
it's
see
gonna
you
be great.
next Thursday here on twitch.tv/AlberonRPG. We will have session 4. Tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be session 101 of Adventures in Alberon. You'll see me as the DM, you'll see Matt as Akka, the Elvish Artificer, and you'll see Dan as Oakfell, the human-ish ranger paladin thing.
Guy.
But
The guy.
The tree.
is anybody supposed to be signing us off, or can I do it?
Oh.
I don't see anybody, so I'm going to do it.
Have him do it. Have Dan do it.
No, that's the thing. People
You
so,
gotta pay for that.
so, thank you so much for hanging out with
Next
us
week I'm gonna
here
pay for it.
at Mosaic Team 5. It is crazy out there, so until next week, stay safe. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.
Good night.